welcome back, guys. So we're going to be watching Batman v Superman, and my gosh, is this a fucking awful film? But for some of you, it's going to be a great film, and we are watching.
If it is a great film, don't watch it with us.
Well, it is going to
because we're going to shit on this.
It's going to be great after you watch it with us, though.
Yeah,
and it is a 3-hour just mayhem of 3 hours. So.
It's a disaster of a film. It's just broken.
We feel passionate about slagging this one off. And
like usually we've done a few commentaries, got a little backlog going, and we'll try and give the film a bit of respect and be like, oh, they were trying this out, But this film, there's number one, I had too much invested in this film. I care too much about the characters.
Yeah.
Number two, it's like one of the most expensive movies of all time.
I know.
And number three, it's shit. Like, all of it is shit. Like, it's not even like, oh, well, Jesse Eisenberg was bad. It's like, no. All of it's shit.
Yeah.
Like, the story, the look of it, the fight. It's, just let's get this over with, Alex.
We're just going to start this bollocks. We're going to fucking start this shite.
Yeah, we'll sync it up with you guys. We'll start it, and then I'll tell you what we're seeing.
Yeah, we'll see what we're saying.
So, 3, 2, 1, play. And we're getting that little Warner Brothers logo with the leaf is on it.
That fucking leaf.
And now it's Rat Pack Entertainment. And if you have any respect for this movie or yourself, leave right now because we're not going to be friendly to this. Now, Alex, I don't know if you know this, but Bruce Wayne's parents were shot when he was a child.
Are you joking?
I know you've never heard that story before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually a fact. You might have seen it if you had watched anything with Batman in the last 20 fucking years.
It'd be nice if we saw that, though, like on.
They must have heard you. Oh, they got a little reference to Zorro there, which was from the original. And Excalibur, which is... Oh, man, I'm already angry at this film.
Jesus Christ, it's Negan.
It's Negan.
And who's that next to her? Him.
Who's that next to her? Like...
It's fucking Maggie.
Like, at the moment this film started, you got a narration, you got the flashback to Batman.
Yeah.
Or to Bruce's parents getting killed, spoiler alert. And then you got this, like, sad Hans Zimmer music. Like, this is a Batman movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just kind of like, oh, shit, we got to stick Superman in here.
I know.
And that's how it feels to me after I watched it. I was like...
That's what really pissed me off as well, is I'm a Superman fan. I want to see Superman.
Yeah.
And they've already started off by saying, fuck you, Superman.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck you and the Kryptonian ship you came in on. Everyone, of course, should know that a classic staple of Rant and Bollox podcast is we are drinking. I got a lovely peach apricot thing going on here.
Sponsored
it's a
by
cider.
Boston Canadian.
It's sponsored by Boston Canadian. You're sponsored by beer.
Beer. Fucking Coors.
Now, for everybody who doesn't know what we're watching right now, this is the extended cut. So there's a lot more...
So it's going to be a lot more pain.
A lot more pain. A lot more women getting shot in the face in slow motion. Like, this is Zack Snyder's, Oh, he's doing it just like the Dark Knight comic book.
That was the way she was supposed to die.
But I'm like, why are you making it look slow-mo and sexy? You just shot a woman in the face. And then when you show her up close, her face looks fine.
He's got fucking teeth on him as well. Yeah, I mean, you're right. We don't need to see this shit.
No.
We know about this.
Can I get started on a rant already?
Go for it.
Fucking extended cuts bullshit, isn't it?
I regret putting this on, to be honest.
No, but seriously, this film came out in the cinema. That's what most people would have gone seeing. See, I'm speaking English, I am. This commentary is on an extended version of a movie that's already shit. But what DC tried to tell us was that, or the extended version, answers all the questions, fills in the holes.
No.
I'm not even going to say if it does or doesn't. It doesn't.
It adds more shite.
Yeah. But that means one of two things happened, Alex. It means that either DC and Warner Brothers knew that the movie they were putting in the cinema was a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Or it meant that nobody knew it was a pile of shit, and it wasn't until after it came out that all these professional filmmakers were like, we fucked up.
Nobody.
We have to fix it.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one of them is
the
worse.
It's the latter. It's they didn't know they had fucked up big time, and basically they're trying to fix it. They're trying to fix it with this extended version. They were like, "What?"
I almost agree with
you,
except that we're watching this after the recent Suicide Squad extended edition, which means that all DC learned from this movie was, if you put out a shit movie and then tell people there's a better version coming on DVD, then they'll pay more money and you'll get more sales. So, like, I'm waiting for Wonder Woman to come out.
Yeah.
And then there'll be the Wonder Woman extended cut. And, it's just like, because that's what we're going to pay.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Mankind is introduced to the Superman. I like that. That got me in the cinema. I was like, that's cool. I haven't seen that before.
This is a good scene. Now, this is the good scene. This is, for the whole film, one of my favourite scenes.
Yeah. I think we're both agreed. Like,
yeah.
When we were in the cinema together holding hands watching this was the best.
We're analysing this as we're going to analyse the film, like, he got dropped off in a helicopter. No other helicopter would have dropped him off. It's his own Wayne helicopter.
His personal helicopter.
Because he needs to get the fuck to his building to rescue, to help people.
Yeah.
He wants to help, Now this guy...
Except that the people he's trying to help is a fucking idiot.
Building. Everyone that's watching this podcast right now, if you see that, are you going to continue working? Let's make it happen. Just get the
Bruce is a
elevator.
Really good boss, and they don't want to piss him off.
And I've mentioned it before, but the fucking music. It's the same music as Superman, Man of Steel. It's good music.
You have got a better ear for the music than I do. I'm looking at what's happening on... Yeah, I am deaf. What? I'm looking at what's happening, and I'm liking what I see because... I don't know, maybe Zack Snyder didn't direct this scene. Apart from that shot, which it was almost, as I said, it's like he never looks up.
I like that. I like that that's just smashing through.
But I like that he's always on Bruce's level. Like, he's always down here,
right.
And you're just seeing shit fall.
Yeah.
Because that's how a real human would see it.
That's a good way of looking at it, yeah.
I didn't like... That's why I didn't like that shot of, like, seeing the ship crash.
I'd say...
I like this. I'm like, this is what it would be like.
Yeah.
For 1 million people in the city looking at...
Fucking confused as fuck. What is going on?
Yeah.
Explosions. Ships coming down.
And the great thing about this scene is, even if you haven't seen Man of Steel, this scene still is cool. Because you're just as confused as Bruce is. You're not supposed to really have any idea what's going on or who's doing what or who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
You're just like, holy shit, something's happening. What's happening?
This fucking geezer here.
This fucking idiot.
Don't look at a fucking sunset. Get out. Do you like that? See Superman coming through like he did?
Yeah, but like there's so many... This film from start to finish is so many bad decisions. Like there's better ways of doing all this.
Yeah.
Like instead of having him stand there like a fucking numpty praying.
Why are you
like
doing
how much better would it be if he was running for the exit and got killed?
I'd love that.
Because then you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
He was doing his best to try and get out.
Also, running towards a crumbling building. Like, I know it shows...
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's showing.
It's that 9/11 analogy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, Batman runs into the danger, but he's got no...
You know what? Like, even with the dickhead on the phone in the building, this whole scene right now, this is great. This is really great. And bloody. But
that's the
stuff.
problem with the dickhead on the phone is like you almost had a perfect scene.
Yeah,
it was almost perfect.
Yeah. It's just that you weren't in the fucking elevator.
And this is like
looking out.
Yeah,
it's not like the last man on the ship. Get the fuck in the elevator.
And like all this with like, let's lead all the kids out. I'm like, this scene, like right now, you're thinking, if they were all dead, like that would mean so much more. Like then you'd be like, oh shit. When he goes to save the one girl, you know, that makes it that much more important because like she's the only living girl left.
Yeah.
And this is the R-rated extended version where they could have like done something gruesome like that.
It's true.
It's just that there always seems to be like with this film, there's just these weird choices they make. And it's like one department's not talking to the other department and you end up with this fucking crazy messed up film. Like imagine there was lots of dead bodies around her and like he saved her. You'd be like, oh man, that's cool. Bruce saved like the only child left.
Yeah.
Because then you got her giving this great little moment of she was up there praying with Jack. Oh shit. I had all my office supplies in there in my MacBook. And then you have this thing coming in, it's like the Hans Zimmer dan dan dan, which I think is the wrong music choice right there.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's like to him, it's Alien, and it's like definitely it's like, you know.
But then it's the hard cut, and you're like, okay, now where do we go?
18 months later.
Okay, great.
Because we can't explain anything else.
Yeah.
So.
Then you have the Alien? What was it? World Terra Builder or
I don't remember.
Terraforming device.
Block it from my memory.
But this was the machine that was trying to make the world like Krypton.
Yeah.
And it's just totally unguarded, and it's been left there for like 2 years.
I know.
Yeah, you can have a
these
couple
guys just wrenching.
Like these kids aren't even in scuba gear; they're just holding their breath.
Yeah,
and they're able to get this kryptonite. Like, it's something that I don't think movies nowadays understand. Is that if you want something to look important, you can't get it easy.
Well, put it this way: if that thing had landed in a Marvel universe, Tony Stark would have got it.
Yeah,
Tony Stark would have got
true.
it. So or Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
well, I don't know about
it. Would have been
Strange,
that important. Yeah,
Tony Stark would have scooped that up.
Yeah,
but no, some fucking divers just picked it up,
and that's why it's not important
stuff. Yeah. But it's important to the friggin' story.
But that's why I mean it's not important. Like the way you're showing it's not important.
Yeah.
But then you're making it important, and when the audience are watching, they're like, "Am I supposed to give a shit?"
Yeah,
like that was just two kids pulling it.
So
out of the
the
water.
difference is, if Marvel were doing that, it would have been Tony Stark or say another enemy.
Yeah,
he would have picked it up, but they would have been like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
you know? And they would have been like, put it in a glass cabinet, and they would have been like, "This is the thing we were looking for." These guys, it's just like, "Oh, this is lovely."
Yeah,
just got some fucking kids to pick up. For
us. And the guy just walks over, and the kids give it to him. It's like that was really easy. That doesn't look like anything important.
But in real life situations, there's a fucking enemy vessel in.
Or like to give an example from a DC movie, you know, like in Batman Begins, where he has to go and like get trained by Ra's al Ghul, and he has to climb the fucking mountain in the snow with his bare hands, and he can get in the door, and he's like, I can barely stand. You're like, wow, this, like you've got through a lot of effort to get trained. So obviously that training is going to be a different level. Yeah. If he was just like got a bus and then just walked in the door like, okay, I'm ready to go, you'd be like, what? I'm not impressed by that.
Yeah.
Like the level of effort you have to put in to get something versus how important it is has to be the same.
Oh yeah.
So you look at it like we're going to reference Marvel movies a lot here, but like,
and there's some bad ones.
I know, but you know the Infinity Gauntlet. They've been running that for like 8 movies now.
I know, yeah.
But that's the kind of thing of like if it's taking that much time to get it, it's got to be a big deal.
It's got to be a big thing, yeah. What do you think of Lois Lane, the actor and everything?
I love Amy Adams. I just saw her in like Arrival about a month ago.
I haven't seen that, but I really, really wanted to. So.
She's great in it, and it's like it's really depressing to see her being amazing in a film like that, and then being wasted in a film like this.
Apparently, she always wanted to be Lois Lane.
It's a great character, but it's not a great character in this movie.
For her, yeah.
Here's the first plot hole for me. L. Jimmy Olsen is a CIA agent. And for some reason, his secret agent training means that his tracking device blinks and glows. And probably says secret secret on it.
It's like Morse code. Secret.
CIA. CIA.
Secret agent.
Oh, we're already shitting on this movie. How did you feel about the film before you saw it?
I was looking forward to it because I'm a big Superman fan, but I was already turned off by it being Batman v Superman. Right. So Batman was first, and then the first thing we saw was Batman and like the fight and everything. Now we've got a bit of Lois, so we got a bit of Superman story. Yeah. But I was already put off by that it led with Batman. Yeah. I'm like, I just finished watching a trilogy with Christian Bale. Like, personally, I was just like, I just want to see like a really, really good Superman story. Yeah. So, and Man of Steel was just okay. Yeah, well, it wasn't amazing. It was like, I'll watch it. It's fine. I was expecting to see 70%. We're going to get a plot hole right now. They shot Jimmy in the head. They have a drone. They have a drone watching the whole scene. Why the fuck did they need a tracking device in his camera if they've got a drone following him? Jesus Christ, they fucked up. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, so did you give a crap that it was Ben Affleck? As Batman. Like there wasn't going to be Bale, they're going to get Ben Affleck. No, I didn't actually. When it first came out and everyone was like kind of having a go at it, I was like, I can see your concerns, but I was like, give the guy a chance. And I think he's pulled it off. I think he has. Yeah. Because he's the older Batman. Mm-hmm. But I know you're a Superman fan. I'm a Superman fan as well. I just feel like they've thrown him off to the side. I feel like he's like 30% Superman. Yeah. And then it's like 70% Batman. So. And the Superman we get isn't even a good Superman. It's not a true representation. Yeah, it's just a miserable shit. Yeah, like this is actually a really, really, really bad scene for Superman. Like this is awful. So, a really bad scene for him. Because he comes down, and you think he's trying to save the day, but this is not Superman. This is just like shit. This is what we paid all those extras for. Or, well, this is what we're paying for the extra. It's Call of Duty right now. So. It's just like, oh, look, there's more violence. Like, what? Like, did nobody sit Zack Snyder down and make him read a Superman and Batman comic? I wouldn't even put it past him not reading one. Like, you do know what the comic books are about, right? So, right now, everything's going on near him. What is Superman doing right now? I don't know, man. Like, what is he doing? Because he knows that she's in trouble. Like, is that why we got the extra? So that guy could give him the finger? And these guys are driving out on a motorbike. Why isn't the drone following them? The drone could follow them. Also, Superman could scoop up the bikes within 4 seconds. Yeah, like it's the thing about this movie is that like I'm assuming everybody's seen it already. These guys think they have the upper hand. The guy with the gun to our head thinks he has the upper hand. Yeah. No, not with Superman. There's Superman. He's saving Lois. I get that. Would you not see the guys in the bikes? Would your drones not see the guys? You know what? I'm switching my whole stance. I'm going to love this movie. Yeah. I'm going to defend it. Everything in this is amazing. It's great. You're just a fucking Marvel fanboy, Alex. That's your problem. You're fucking... All you care about is jokes and colours. Another problem? Sorry. I'm going off on one. No, this is the best film ever. I don't like Superman's... The fact he killed the man there. Yeah, but... and Superman's face. He was just like that, like he was so angry. It's like you should actually look up and go like, we can fix this situation. Yeah. Like the way he should look on the good side and go, you don't have to shoot her. Yeah. I will that's help, man. But I never even thought about it. Like that's the thing. Like Superman is always the most powerful guy in the world. Like the first thing he does should not be violence. I'm going to ram you through the wall. I will kill you and all 5 guys. That's the first thing he does. He doesn't even say anything. He's just like,
"You're dead, motherfucker."
Yeah.
He doesn't even say that. He's just like, "You're dead." It just kills him. Like, yeah, he should just be like, "All right, whatever the situation is here, I'm fast enough and powerful enough that I can save Lois in an instant."
Yeah.
So instead of you getting pushed through a brick wall, how about I just talk to you as a human being and be like, "Look, I know this is a very difficult situation. You've been shooting Jimmy Olsen in the head. We're all a bit emotional. Put the gun down.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it."
Yeah.
And then throw him through a fucking brick wall. Man, you're right. I didn't even think about it like that. Like, there's a great comic called All-Star Superman.
Right.
And a big thing about that comic for me is the way it was drawn by Frank Quitely is that, like, he draws Clark Kent with a very particular physicality. He's always hunched over, kind of got like a beer belly because he tries to make himself look like he's like an older kind of clumsy kind of guy. And then when he takes the Superman, you know, out into the world kind of thing, he stands real tall, stands real proud. But the thing he made sure that Superman doesn't do is he doesn't put his hands on his waist like that. You know, he doesn't do that classic Superman pose.
Right.
He kind of walks around with his hands behind his back, like this kind of very respectful, quiet kind of guy. And the artist realized he was kind of like Prince Charles or one of the royalty, where there's always somebody ready to put a chair behind you. There's always guys who are doing security. And like, that's Superman's world where like bullets don't hurt him. Bricks, iron bars, they don't hurt him. Like, nothing that happens to us in our daily life is going to hurt us. He's never going to fall down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
He's never going to step in front of traffic and get killed. So when he's Superman, he's totally relaxed. And that's not what you get from this guy. This guy's a bully.
Yeah.
Like, this guy can have a fucking train hit him in the face and it doesn't faze him. But like you said, the moment you look at him, he's like, "I'm going to get you, I'm going to fucking kill you."
Exactly.
And it's like, where's the connection? Whereas with Batman, you have a regular guy.
Yeah.
And he's scarred and he can get burnt and shot and punched in the face. So obviously every time he looks at somebody, he's like, "This is a fucking dangerous situation. I'm going out. I'm going all out."
Yeah.
Why they decided to make Superman like that?
Yeah.
Makes
They
no
needed
sense.
to... one of the things I've learned from you is that when you look at a situation in a film and you're like, why did that happen? Like, that was wrong. You know, they should have like filmed it differently. So the one with Lois Lane that we just watched there, where he landed and he was pissed.
Yeah.
So the way to fix that, in my mind, and this is like off the top of my head, it was show the connection with him and Jimmy.
Yeah.
But Jimmy just got shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
So obviously Superman knew Jimmy. And then
Well, he
also,
didn't in this, not this.
No, I know. But
yeah,
I'm saying. And then Lois. So show Superman doing something else, saving someone else in the city.
Yeah.
And being late to this.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was late is that Jimmy got shot in the head and Lois is compromised.
Yeah.
Now, when you show his angry face, you fucking understand why.
Yeah,
he's
you
like
understand.
that.
Like,
but all you do is
inside himself, he's
all
angry
you do
at
is you
himself.
just show him landing. He could have been at fucking Krispy Kremes. Like, he could have been at Krispy Kremes. And then he lands and goes, "Oh, I'm hungry," you know?
Superman
It's
brought
just-
to you by Krispy Kreme.
But surely this is basic stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the
So-
problem with this film is there's a lot of basic stuff in this that goes missing.
Yeah.
Like, even Zack Snyder doesn't realize how to set up a shot anymore. Like, you show a wide of where you are and then you go in and talk.
Yeah.
He just goes from one talk to another talk to another talk.
Right.
Like, after this scene where Batman is, I don't know.
Just one quick little thing, just while we're on this thing. In the trailer, I actually thought this was Superman.
Just hanging around.
I thought that was Superman on the
on the wall,
on the grating. I thought that was Batman tormenting Superman.
No,
because
because he looked. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, kind of like him.
Looks like
I actually think that
Cavill,
was also a very, very small fail, but like maybe in the editing of the trailer. But it looked like it was Superman hung up against the rail.
Yeah.
And in the trailer,
like that.
Kind of.
Yeah, no, you can
correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of
no,
looks like
it does.
So it looks like they had done
You're
something.
completely
to it.
wrong, but I can see how he could be wrong.
But yeah, in the trailer, it looked like Batman.
Yeah, it looked like he had him for a few days.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's Lois. She's back from Africa. Wait a minute. So Lois took a cab from the airport? Clark didn't even pick her up from the airport. Clark didn't even fly her home from Africa, where she nearly got shot. He just flew away.
And she lives in...
And they live together.
Lovely apartment.
He didn't pick her up at the airport, and he didn't fly her home from Africa.
And wait for it, because we know where he's going to be. So in a glass of wine, which is realistic.
No, to be fair, I'd probably have a glass of wine too.
Yeah.
My friend got shot in the face.
She's got that. She's got the book. And by the way, he was in a fucking sandy location. That book is like brand new from fucking Indigo.
But like, here's this where the film starts to just like make no sense. Like, and I know the story. I know where the plot's going. That's a bullet.
Yeah.
She analyzes the bullet.
Yeah.
It was built by LexCorp.
Yeah.
Why? Why would they make a special bullet that can only be traced back to them? It's just fucking nonsense. Oh my god. If you're listening to this, I know it's been like 15 minutes of us being angry.
You know she's in the bathtub and she's doing that, yeah?
Fiddling with her bullet,
yeah. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember. I like kind of put Man of Steel out of my head, but Olsen wasn't a thing in that, yeah?
No, he just in this.
They don't show any connection. Like, the fact that she's in a bathtub, like, with this bullet saying, this thing's killed my friend.
Hang on,
at least show a fucking scene.
We're talking over each other, we're so angry.
But
you're right,
at least show a scene where...
It matters.
All three of them, because he was angry as well. At least show one scene where all three of them are having a good time.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't give a fuck about Olsen.
Well, here's the thing about Superman there that is exactly on your point. She's upset. She's drinking.
Yeah.
Probably because this dickhead didn't pick her from the airport or fly her from Africa. She's getting upset because clearly there was a lot of people killed in Africa.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult scene. Superman didn't give a fuck. We don't see him care about any of those people killed. And just there, when she's mentioning how the news reporters are all saying that Superman was at fault and he made a mistake, he's like, I don't care what they say. Make up your mind here. Like, do you care about what people say, or do you care about doing the right thing? Because right now, you've decided to save Lois and then fuck off.
Yeah.
And not do anything about those villagers.
Yeah.
And then when you're back in America, you're saying, oh, I don't care what people say about Superman. It doesn't matter. But later on, the whole movie's all about him being like, oh, I just want to do the good thing. And then flying away because people think he blew up the Senate. Like, right away, the film's kind of screwing itself over. Like, what does this guy care about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've watched this film way too many times.
I think...
Once. And I don't know what he cares. I don't know what he wants in this movie.
That scene that we just watched there, like, almost threw up in my mouth because I'm okay with like naked scenes. I'm okay with love scenes, but I like their friend.
You're naked right now.
Yeah, I know.
So you do the podcast. No ruffles.
You're no okay with this. But their friend was fucking killed, and then they were both obviously cared about him. But suddenly he jumps in the bath, and they're all like, "Oh, I got you a rose," and this and that. You know?
But they didn't. They didn't know him. Like, that's the thing. Like, Zack Snyder decided that 70 years of comic history don't matter.
But we know Superman, and we know that they did.
We should care. Yeah, that's the thing.
But this is what I'm saying is DC. Someone at DC is saying we got Henry Cavill, whatever his name is.
Cavill.
Yeah, like we got to get his. Like, I'm sorry, but it's as blunt as this. We need to get him in the back.
Get him topless.
Yeah. Get him topless. That's
as
simple as that. And you've actually gone and ruined a connection and a scene just because of that.
Yeah, you've ruined 70 years of
because
history.
we're going to cut back to it in a minute, and he's going to be cooking fucking
Well,
pancakes.
the Olsen thing is kind of like, a lot of people who defend this movie say, well, if you're a real fan, you know, this is accurate and that's accurate. But I'm like, Zack Snyder's clearly just picking and choosing. Like, if you were being accurate to the comics, Jimmy Olsen has, for the entire existence of that character since the 1940s, been Superman's best friend.
Yeah.
That's it. Fact.
Yeah.
And then they change it for this movie and shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to tell me that this film is for the fans?
Yeah.
It's not for the fans. This is Zack Snyder going, I like this, I like that, I like this. And I'm going to use these things, and I don't care if they go together. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. So, another thing right here.
Another thing about this movie that's only 20 minutes in.
No, but about something I think they're doing right but goes wrong. I like what they're doing with Ben Affleck's character there.
Mercy Graves? I like Mercy Graves.
This is just fucking awful.
He's your favourite part of the whole movie. You don't have enough time to get angry at one part.
Just quickly going over it quickly. But Ben Affleck, I like the way that darkness. I like the music as well they played with him carrying into Ben Affleck and his character and saying like it's dark, it's dark, it's dark.
Yeah,
they just fuck up later on in the film, which we'll get to, where he suddenly turns for Superman.
Yeah,
but I do think they were playing it right in that card. Like he's dark, he's older, life's not good.
Right, yeah.
But later on in the film, it just points towards Superman. And he's like, yeah, Superman's the enemy, you know? But I do think, like, where they're going right now, it's just like the whole world is just, like, dark. I think that's where Batman would be. But, I'll explain it later on. But,
No,
this is
like I can jump in here, I can give shit about this scene. But he has kryptonite right there.
Yeah.
Now he's showing a video of how the kryptonite can cut a Kryptonian. In other words, right now, at this point in the movie, Lex Luthor can kill Superman.
Yeah.
At this point in the movie, which we learn later on, he knows Clark Kent is Superman, and he knows Bruce Wayne is Batman right now. So right now, he knows who Batman is, who Superman is, and they have no idea.
Yeah.
And he could kill both of them. Right now. No fuss, no muss, game over.
But
why doesn't he do it?
But to argue that, I think he would have adrenaline, and he's a psychotic. So he's a psychotic adrenaline, like kind of like I want to tease him.
I guess.
But
I know what you mean.
Where you're coming from.
Like he wants to be more like make like, suffer.
They don't know.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So,
but if his end goal is to kill them, he could do it right now.
Yeah. I don't think it is. I think he is a bit mayhem.
He's a terrible character.
I just don't think he portrays it very well.
Like originally, as far as I understood it, the film was going to have the Joker and Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I heard.
And that was kind of going to be like the cartoon versions where they did a story like that over 3 episodes. Superman, Batman team up to fight. Lex Luthor hires Joker to kill Superman.
Right.
And Batman and Superman team up, beat the Joker, and then they beat Luthor. And that's what this was going to be. And then somewhere along the line, everyone's like, oh, we're going to put Joker in Suicide Squad or whatever.
Yeah.
So how about we just have Lex in this? And then someone else said, well, you know what? We like Lex and we like Joker, so we'll just make them one character. Because this is a shitty Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's really bad.
He's really bad. Like he doesn't work at all as a character. Like if you look at the version in the comic books, this is a multi-billionaire CEO who runs the biggest company in the world.
Yeah.
He also managed to run for president and become president, even though he's a fucking madman. Like he's that smart that he can go around terrorizing the Justice League. Like not just Superman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman. He can fight all of them week after week.
Yeah.
But still make everybody in public think he's Mr. Perfect. Like he's on another level of intelligence.
Yeah.
He's that good.
And they've let him fucking...
He's going up against Batman and Superman and never being defeated. And they're never catching him out. And they're never exposing him to the public.
Like if this, this
but
is
at the
the
end
way.
of this movie, he's in jail, and
If you look at this movie,
look at this magic. Never seen you look at some little thing as you do.
But if you look at this movie in real life terms, as in
like
this
eyes.
happens, if this happened in real life, kind of thing.
Those are some
here we
fake
go.
looking
more,
eggs.
more Hollywood. They need to get some
Hey,
sales.
shut up! This is the only reason I bought this DVD.
Oh yeah,
Freeze frame.
Oh yeah. But Lex was using his kryptonite thing there.
Yeah.
The first thing they would scan or search you for is, does he have kryptonite? You know?
Yeah.
You're going into an alien space.
You'd be watching him the whole time.
Yeah, and you're gonna have some 2-3 people around him, even if he has bought the rights to the whole place.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Later when he goes to the ship.
Well, even now, he carved the guy.
Well, he made the deal there to do that.
No, but even then, it's just.
But there'd still be somebody there. He wouldn't be on his own.
But if he made a deal, at least show the guy that he made the deal with, which he didn't do very well, that he is very corrupt. They just showed a general guy in a suit going, yeah, sure.
Eating a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. It's just
Today's episode of Batman v Superman brought to you by Krispy Kremes and Jolly Ranchers. I should also state for anyone who's listening to our commentary tracks.
They don't even explain.
We're not going to be this angry all the time. Just, I fucking hate this movie.
You fucking.
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, this is 10. This is the angriest I could be in a movie.
This is real bad.
We watched the great opening scene. Then we had Batman doing his best audition tape for Planet of the Apes. Swinging along the roof.
Yeah.
And we had Superman kill a man by throwing him through a couple of brick walls. Nothing else happens now for an hour.
I know. Oh, shit. Yeah.
The look in your face. You're like, Jesus Christ, he's right.
The fuckers don't meet each other for 2 hours.
Yeah, what are we doing now? We're just watching. Yeah. We're watching a movie called Batman v Superman, where there's no Batman or Superman for an hour.
It's very true.
Whatever you say about fucking Transformers being a pile of shit, at least the Transformers are there. At least you're watching them.
Doing something, entertaining us. So.
Oh, someone painted the statue that we built.
Yeah.
It's that guy knocked down the fucking city and you built him a statue? Maybe spend that money on building a hospital for the people who lost their legs.
The other thing is, that's stopping the whole office. Are you guys seeing this? It's just you've had a lot worse than
graffiti on a fucking Superman sign.
Also, it was only done an hour ago. Wash off quite easily. So.
Oh man, you're right. It's a fucking news office, and they're have you guys seen this?
Fuck. You've had aliens on your planet. He's got 4 fucking things open in his desktop. They're all the same fucking window in the background now.
Most of what Superman or Clark does in this movie is watch screens. That's most of his job. He gets all his information through whatever's happening on CNN at that moment. Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder why he went into being a newspaper reporter.
What do you feel about can we get something from this? Can we get something from this? Because I'm feeling really angry, and I thought 2017 was going to be a nice.
It was going to be a good start. We had a good opening podcast.
Gotham and Metropolis being so
side
close.
by side. It ruins.
Has it just ruined your 2017?
Yeah.
Did this film come out last year?
Yeah, last March. It hasn't even been a year and it's already ruined our lives.
It's ruined my 2017.
This is kind of where the film starts to fall apart in terms of this is supposed to be gritty and dark, and they're supposed to be this is the way superheroes would be in the real world. But you have a character like Batman, who was a grown man fighting crime. Now, in this world, based on the way DC have created it, the Joker is real.
Yeah.
Deadshot is real.
Yeah.
El Diablo is real.
The whole fucking...
the whole Suicide Squad is real.
Yeah.
They've all
Before
this.
After this?
Well, at some point...
No, it was after this, because Superman was dead while they were around.
But they did exist. As in Suicide Squad, you see Batman fighting Joker. He's on top of the Lamborghini.
That's right, yeah, because he catches,
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, this is a world where Bruce Wayne has been Batman for about 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
Joker is part of this universe. El Diablo's part of this universe. There's magic in this universe.
Yeah.
And yet, for some reason, in this movie, we're supposed to buy the idea that no one believes Batman's real.
Yeah.
That he's just this urban myth. But like we see in this movie, he drives through the streets of Gotham in his Batmobile, shooting the fucking place to bits, blowing people up.
Yeah.
And that's all for no reason. But like, you don't get to have it both ways. You can't say this movie is its own thing.
Yeah.
And say that it's part of a bigger universe.
Yeah.
Which is why at the end you have a 45-year-old Batman starting the Justice League. I'm like, what?
Are we just
25?
talking like? Are we just talking?
We are just talking. Yeah, it's a podcast. That's how it works. Yeah.
But are we just talking?
Glad you got that out of the way in the first episode.
DC are just mindless fucks. You know, as in, I don't mean it in like. Well, I do mean it in a bad way. But as in, like, they don't actually care about the storyline. They just care about, like, you know, yes, these people are here. I'm just throwing this out there.
No,
but they're just saying, hey, these guys are fighting each other. It might be off for like a couple of years. They might be off his character a little bit, but hey, it's cool to kind of see him.
Well, do you know what the timeline is behind this movie? Although, if you have some Fleming facts to drop on people, you can.
I will.
But one of the things about this film was it was originally a Superman sequel.
Yes, I knew that.
And for whatever reason, I think it was probably the studio. They said, we need more. We need to get a bigger character. And then at Comic-Con, Zack Snyder came out with the guy who plays the General in this. And they read this little bit from the Dark Knight Returns comic book. Which is a really good comic from the 80s. But anyway, they made it Batman versus Superman movie.
Right.
So they're like, oh wow. And that kind of like took over the press. And then it's about a year later, the film became Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Right.
So within the space of a year, you went from Superman movie to Batman and Superman movie to Justice League start movie.
Right.
And that just screams to me that like the studio are just fucking pushing everything down our throats. Yeah. They're like, we have got to catch up with Marvel. We have got to get a team movie going.
They shat themselves because after Man of Steel was like, it made them money, but it was still a bit negative, but it made them money. Yeah. But then everyone was like, Christian Bale's just finished up with Batman. Everyone loves Batman.
Yeah, that's $1 billion.
How about we do this? And immediately, I mean, kind of good on them. I understand, like, good on them for reacting, saying, like, this put it together. And I've got to be honest, when I saw those things come together, I was like, holy shit. But then the way it executed was just so poor.
That's another thing about the production side of it that I was going to mention was this film was supposed to come out in 2015.
Yeah, no, I know. It got put back.
And it got pushed back by a year. Now, when Ben Affleck came on board as Batman, he also brought, I think it was about 3 or 4 months later, he brought his writer, the writer who wrote Argo, Oscar winner Argo. He brought that writer on board. So this is all in my head. But this is what I think happened. Yeah. Zack Snyder had a contract. They wanted a Superman sequel. Yeah. The reviews came in for Superman. They said, this isn't great. It made a good bit of money.
You'll just do the same thing again.
Do the same thing again.
Once, yeah.
Zack Snyder said, I want to do Batman. And they said, but we have to do Superman. They all sat around in a room and said...
Why would you want to do Batman right after...
But I think what happened is, that's the thing. They say we can't do a Batman after Bale because we can't sell it. So we have to make it Batman Superman. So you can see it's all like kind of executive orders shit. But there's like, it was such a shitstorm after that. Because what happens is, like you said, you can't make a Batman movie on its own. Which makes Zack Snyder pissed off because he wants to do a Batman movie. And if you look at Zack Snyder's movies, that's what he likes doing. Dark characters, having violence. But he's forced to do a Superman movie, which he can't do, which Man of Steel proved. But then they're like, oh shit, we got to catch up with Marvel. They're making Guardians and they're making billions of dollars. We got to make a team movie. Stick in Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Flash and we'll have a fucking a team movie a year after. You shit the bed when you put all that together.
They rushed it as well.
That's the thing. It was and it wasn't rushed. It took 3 years, but it's rushed because Ben Affleck comes on board. He looks at it and goes, this is a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
I want my writer to come in and fix this.
Sure.
His writer comes in and goes, this is a shit show. I can't fix it, Ben. So that's why like this movie has like some really solid moments.
Yeah.
But it's just back to front, head in its arse broken. Like there's so many fucking elements running around here trying to make this work. Like, look at this. You have Bruce Wayne waking up with a woman in the bed and he's got like drinks and he's taking drugs. I'm like, okay, that's the kind of Batman movie you want to make? Cool. Thing is, that's not going to compete with Marvel. You're selling this at the same time you're trying to beat Deadpool and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many elements behind the scenes that, like, amaze me. Like,
the other thing they're doing is, like, they're...
Like, this is an R-rated Batman Superman. R-rated.
They're also relying on other films to kind of... I know he's playing Batman and people know what Batman's like, but never in this film do they show him drinking wine, sleeping with girls. He woke up with one and he has got shit. But never in this film do you see him drinking alcohol. But it's in like I know he woke up. And now he's saying like, oh, you had another bottle of wine or whatever. But they're kind of relying on other films and his like what people perceive him as. I don't know. I just think they're skipping scenes.
Well, that's the thing about like. This is a 3-hour cut of this movie.
In this film,
it's boring.
But in this film, you only ever see him sensible in this film. He just woke up next to like a naked woman with an empty wine bottle. But I don't see Ben Affleck. I see Christian Bale as that guy. I don't see Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I've not seen a scene with Ben Affleck womanizing someone.
Right, I know what you mean.
I think they need that little scene just to kind of do that.
Okay, yeah. And like one of the biggest things in this is, like you said, you're relying on other movies, and then there's like this moment.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Explain that to me, Alex.
Yeah. Well,
you're a guy who doesn't read the comics.
So that was Jared that did that. That must have been Jared Leto.
That was Harley Quinn, apparently.
Oh, they did say that, didn't
Harley Quinn killed Robin.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's never brought up again.
Yeah.
And that was in the trailers for this movie. It says, ha ha ha, you let your family down. Oh no. Ha ha ha, the joke's on you. And then later, they've got that, the letters he's supposed to be getting. You let your family down, which is supposed to be from the guy who lost his legs.
That's right.
Like, this movie is just...
Also,
so badly made.
Also, Batman, nice car. I know it's an older Batman, but if he just woke up next to a woman's bed, he should be turning up with 2-3 women, surely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing.
No, but like, how is it?
They did just show him waking up to a naked girl.
But how does Clark Kent not know who Bruce Wayne is?
Oh, I know. Well, that's even dumber.
Like, whatever you think about Bruce Wayne's supposed to be a fucking idiot. He knocked down Wayne Towers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This lady here, you think Superman would detect something, or he would know something, or... Yeah.
And here's the greatest speech ever. Like, the man he just captivates you with his charisma. Every time I see Jesse Eisenberg, I was like, why didn't they get Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
Just get Bryan Cranston. How good would that have been?
Yeah. But then
he's the only guy I don't like.
I wouldn't have wanted to see Bryan Cranston like ruining his career with this film either. So.
It's probably why we don't have Bryan Cranston in it. You walking out? He's walking out. He's walking out, folks. He's done. He's fucking done.
I still can't.
You can't. I got a fucking obstacle course in your way.
Right.
Alright, goodbye. Come on, fuck off. It's just me and you now, folks. Well, I can bitch at you about this. I'm not quite sure, though. Like I was saying, like, Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor is great. She's a great little Mercy Graves, gets horribly killed. Ben Affleck's it's a great Bruce Wayne. Love his little line here. Yeah, you like that shoes. Who doesn't like shoes? Oh, look at his chain. Alfred is really great. Jeremy Irons is great. Like I said, Amy Adams is a great actress. Lawrence Fishburne's a great actor. Henry Cavill is good if he was given something to do other than mope and have a grimace. But Eisenberg is not at that level. He's the most miscast character in the whole movie for me. How does a man become a multi-billionaire running a company, manage to get himself into situations where he has to do public speaking despite being a complete idiot? Like, I get away with it because I'm doing this for free. And here's a controversial thing that I wish Alex was here to answer, because I have my theory. But does Bruce know Clark Kent is Superman right now? Because neither answer is actually satisfactory. If he does know Clark is Superman, how could he possibly have any anger towards him? Why isn't he spying on him? Why doesn't he have cameras in his apartment? Why hasn't he got people spying on him at the Daily Planet or on the farm? Oh, he came back in time. I was asking you a question.
Don't believe a word he says.
But this is an important scene. We know that because of his super hearing, Clark can figure out something's going on.
But not in this film.
No, he does. Like he later on, he calls him Bruce, which means that at some point Clark Kent figures out that that's Batman. Do you think Bruce Wayne knows he's Superman? Bearing in mind,
right now,
either answer you give me is wrong.
You know,
yeah, what? Right now, do you think he knows?
Give me a second.
You just want to watch Lex's fantastic performance.
Oh, yes. No, I don't think so. Because he's so angry.
So you don't think he knows Clark Kent is Superman?
Yeah.
Right. So now we're in a situation...
Because I think he would have done something by
whichever answer you had to give me was wrong. Because here's the problem. This is supposed to be the Batman.
Yeah.
Who in the comics is the world's greatest detective.
Yeah.
He's a guy who, like we said, can get burnt and shot and beaten up.
Yeah.
The only reason he's in the Justice League is because he's so smart, so brilliant, that he's a step ahead of everybody. Right? We now have a character who, in 2 years, couldn't figure out who Clark Kent is. Lois Lane figured it out, and Lex Luthor figured it out. That man has unlimited money, and he's angry as shit, and he couldn't figure out that guy wearing glasses is the alien from another world.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
But if you had said the opposite, and you had said, oh yeah, he does know, well then you're in the situation of like, okay, so if he knows Clark is Superman, why is he so surprised when he says the name Martha? Why is he so surprised when he's, human? Why doesn't he spy on him more often?
Yeah.
Like, the movie, it makes me so angry. I'm actually running out of words
I've never seen Paul quite like this before.
Like
it's actually stressing me out.
It's the thing about it is that if the movie was bad behind the scenes, like I said, I'd be like, all right, you know, clearly the studio fucked around and they threw in this and they told the director to do that.
Yeah.
And I could let the movie go. If the movie was bad, I could be like, you know what? The director screwed up here, or the actor screwed up there.
Yeah.
All of it's shit. And this is one of the most expensive movies ever made. How do you spend 3 years, $250 million, and everybody gets it wrong?
Yeah.
Like, everybody.
You know what?
Warner Brothers screwed up.
You need to ask people. You need to ask people, you know, like at the company I work at, we call it a peer review. And you ask people, you say, is this working? Does this work? You know?
Yes.
And if it doesn't work, fix it, you know? But you ask that early on as well.
Yeah.
You say, we've got this idea. Does this work, you know? These guys are...
How did they get there so fast? That's crazy.
It's DC, and it's just like they're on an adrenaline rush, and they're trying to beat Marvel, and they're not beating Marvel. So they're angry. They got money, and they're doing all this stuff, and I think they got to a certain point where they were like, "We've spent 150 million. Yeah, we can't turn back. What can we do?
250 million.
Yeah, what can we?
When they got to 150,
yeah. And
we got 100 million left in the bank.
Ben Affleck's friend comes in and goes like, "I'm going to need another 100 million. Yeah, just to fucking at least fix it a little bit, but I can't fix it 100%."
Like the thing, like just to stop you there, like the other problem with that is this isn't one movie. This is a DC universe. Like this movie plus Justice League. Or plus Suicide Squad is supposed to get you to Justice League.
Yeah, yeah.
Who made that decision? Like, that's the same as having Iron Man 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad enough that they screwed up one movie. But why was there nobody standing there, like you said, doing an assessment, being like, how is this going to affect Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
How is this going to affect Suicide Squad? Does this scene make sense with the scene we're going to do later? Does this script make sense with that script?
Yeah, yeah.
None of this universe makes sense anymore.
The other thing is, one of my favourite scenes in Man of Steel, which I still did not like that film, but there was a couple of scenes, is like when Thingamajig like messed with his mum.
Zod, yeah.
And he came by and he came by and smashed him, and he was like, no, fuck it, you know. Yeah. So he's obviously, after that happened, he's like, I fucking, you know, like my mum got compromised. Yeah. Your mother, your dad's fucking dead.
Yep.
So you'd think he'd be like, but you'd think he'd be like extra like mum. Yeah. But as we all know, she was fucking compromised again. Yeah. So
you think he'd be paying more attention to her?
Yeah. If it was any of us, we'd be like, okay, I'm going to pay extra attention to that. Yeah. He has super hearing.
That's okay. We have Jenna Malone here. She was rumored that she was going to be Barbara Gordon background, but that didn't happen. She just ended up being a fucking nobody looking at a bullet that doesn't make any difference.
I could see her being like Catwoman or something like that,
maybe. But like we're just watching the movie now. Like, there's nothing here keeping us interested. No. Like, I know if you're listening, you're thinking, man, those two guys are fucking angry. It's like, because we're watching a movie where nothing is happening. Like, what was I watching there over Christmas? Someone's moving outside. If you can hear that.
I got some cleaners.
Magnificent Seven, the remake. Yeah. Which isn't great.
I never saw it.
You did the remake.
Sorry. I thought you meant.
Don't lie to me.
I thought you stop lying to us. Yeah. Did you watch it?
I watched it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very standard.
Very standard. But the thing about that movie is you keep watching because you know what's happening in every scene. Is like they're getting the team together. Yeah. And there's going to be a big fight at the end. Yeah. Like, that's the whole movie. Yeah. This movie is fucking bullshit. Like, none of this matters. None of this has any relevance to either Batman or Superman's story. Batman, when we watched that first scene, that great opening scene, there's all these like people killed. Jack is killed because he's praying in the middle of the office building. He's watching all the city crumble around him. And then he's like, man, I really hate that fucking alien. I wish he was dead.
Yeah.
Why do we need another hour and a half to get to the point where he tells Superman that? Like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
None of this makes Batman more or less, motivated. Oh, she walked out on you and you're in a wheelchair. Oh, God. Like, how weird is his whole plan? Lex Luthor's plan there.
Yeah, you'd think also, like, because we know what's going to happen, that Superman, if he's going to turn up, he would do like a bit of a scan.
Yeah,
the area.
maybe.
He'd do something.
Not even Superman. You think this, the Secret Service would do a scan. They wouldn't let just a guy roll around in a weird wheelchair. Here we go. Every kid's favorite movie, Batman v Superman. It's on lunchboxes and pajamas, Alex. Just got a guy shivved in the fucking jail cell.
It's just got done in.
It's like an episode of Oz. And now we're in another scene. Like, this is what I mean about, like, storytelling. Like, it's just...
It's all over the fucking
Look
show.
at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
None of it matters. It's just... Here's a guy who got killed in prison. Here's a guy talking to a guy. Here's a girl talking to a guy. If this film had a shit budget, like it had no money, if it had no money, it wouldn't have gotten any attention. A tinfoil hat.
Experts at the Pentagon.
What is this talking about? Like, you guys sent her there with the CIA agent Jimmy Olsen.
She's gonna find a fucking bullet in her book, which the CIA can't figure out what it is.
They have to bend and twist to try and make any of this film make sense. I would love to know what the film was like before Ben Affleck's writer came on board.
It's true actually. Yeah.
Because there's so many scenes in this where I'm like, this is somebody trying to explain.
You must have so many things like Lawrence Fisher and everything like that saying like, fucking, like it must have been awful.
Like Jeremy Irons has
but
said
he
it
doesn't
wasn't
want to say
good,
anything because he doesn't want to make himself look bad or whatever.
Oh, poor Jon Stewart. He fell out. Well, he probably made a bit of money doing this, and he probably loves Superman, so who can blame him? I'm so angry, Alex. And how far into this movie are we?
I need to do this for so I'm
therapy.
Gonna do a little.
Is that why you're gonna do it for therapy?
Oh my god, we're not even halfway through. We're not even halfway through, and I'm depressed.
You should see his face, folks. It dropped like 6 stories.
I'm really quite sickened by it. So.
It's okay. We have another shoehorned Wonder Woman scene. Don't forget, this scene means nothing. This scene adds nothing. All it does is show that Batman knows Wonder Woman exists. Actually, he doesn't even know Wonder Woman exists. He just knows there's a pretty girl. Now let's talk about the Sword of Alexander and it's a fake and none of it matters. None of it matters, Alex. This is why this film screws me over.
Is that what you're saying? It's a fake?
Yeah. I think, like, a lot of people had a lot of good things to say about her in this movie. But do you think that's because the movie overall was just so...
I think it's because she wasn't in it that much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just she gets to come in, look real nice, say something, and leave. So everyone's like, oh, that was a nice change.
Yeah.
That was something interesting. Like, is that why she's good? Is like, what I'm trying to get at is, from this movie,
I think she wasn't in it that much. I don't think she really excelled. Yeah. I think it was just literally because she was probably in 10% of the film.
Yeah. So. Like, I'm kind of worried, based on like how little she does in this, and based on the trailer we've seen, like, I don't know if she can do a whole movie.
No, neither do I. Especially when you, like, I don't know, like, in my opinion, like, when you see her, I know Doomsday is, like, the biggest guy. Yeah. But she's not that great against him either, so. But then saying that, Batman isn't even, like, it's only Superman that can do anything.
Like, there's another thing, right, about bad storytelling. And, like, how much effort you have to put in to get rewarded.
Yeah.
He goes there to that party, does nothing, and he still ends up with the encryption device.
Right.
She just says it's in the glove compartment of your car. So he did 0, and he still ends up with what he wanted. So suddenly that means nothing. It has no value. Oh, here we go. Here's your favorite scene in the whole film. Batman hanging out in the desert. Oh, look at him. He looks so Batman-y. There's a big Omega symbol. Looks like there's a whole city that got knocked down. It's a school bus, just like the Joker had in that film, The Dark Knight, but maybe not. Like, the thing about this scene that I actually like, it's cool as someone who knows the comic books, but in the comic books, Batman has this ironclad rule that he's based his whole life on, which is he's never going to kill. He's going to do everything he can to not kill people. Not even the Joker.
Yeah.
The most dangerous people in the world. He's like, no, I don't murder. I never cross that line. And he's not going to use a gun. He's like, I'll never use a gun. I'll never kill somebody. But in this scene, he does get to that point, which is fine. Yeah. Because in my mind...
Dark times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In my mind as a comic guy, I'm like, oh man.
Everyone else is using them.
Yeah. The world is so bad.
Yeah.
Everything is so terrible.
Yeah.
That Batman
has to use a fucking gun.
It's that terrible.
And,
and he comes out of this vision of the future where he got a couple of light bulbs for Christmas. And he's killing people in the regular world.
Yeah.
He's killing people nowadays with guns. And you're like, so what's the point of the future? How is the future bad? He's already doing the thing he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, that Joker scene, or not Joker, the Robin scene with the Joker graffiti. It's like, did he go mental because the Joker killed Robin? Or is he always been killing people?
Right.
But then you're left with the question, like, if he's always killing criminals, why hasn't he killed the Joker?
Right.
Like, what stops him killing the Joker?
Yeah.
I'm asking you, like, solve the problem.
I don't fucking know, Paul. I don't fucking know, but these flying creatures are going to fucking answer it for us.
Yeah, you don't even know what they are, do you?
I know it's from the fucking future world. I know some
it's
things.
It's from the future world. They're called parademons. And look, they've got patches on their arms for Superman. But this scene...
Just sent a picture of this to my wife and she said, we're lame.
we didn't make it.
We didn't make it, but we would have made a better film than this.
Like, this scene makes no sense Because at the end of the movie, Superman's dead. So if he's afraid of the future because of this, that means either he knows Superman's dead and he just left him in the grave, or Superman is dead and Batman got afraid because of Lex's rambling.
He's also got that stupid face on again.
Yeah. I don't understand this fucking scene. Like, I get it. This is how terrible it could be. And, giving them the benefit of the doubt. If this was in Bruce's head, you'd get away with it. Because this could just be like a nightmare, like the scene's called. This could just be him being like, oh no, he's coming to get me. He's got the heat fish, he's going to get me. Help me, Mom. Oh shit, Mom's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can get away with whatever you want in a dream sequence. But the film shits on itself because of this. Got the fucking Power Rangers coming here and asking for help. It's Lois Lane. She's the key, Alex. Is he too soon, Alex? He's too soon. He got the early bus. He should have got the GO train.
What did you say?
Fear him.
Fear him.
You have to find us. Right. So he wakes up from a flashback to a future that he might have fucking imagined with an actual fucking premonition of the future Flash coming back to save his ass because in some fucking magic future Lois is in trouble.
Also, decryption is complete.
None of that 5 minutes of my life has any bearing on the rest of this movie.
No.
It's fucking Zack Snyder masturbating on screen. He's like, I want Batman in a desert and he's shooting people and an evil Superman, and I'm going to put the Flash in as well. Like, that scene is everything that's wrong with this movie. It's Zack Snyder being a dickhead. It's no idea who the characters are. It's the fucking studio saying, oh, we need to set up the Justice League movie. It's just fucking head-wrecking that made it into this movie. One of the most expensive movies ever made. To all our listeners out there, thanks for listening for our angry hour and a half of
Welcome to Angry Hour.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe we've already watched this and I'm still angry.
I would like to do something for the audience and just go through that we are an hour and 10 minutes in and the fuckers haven't even fought each other. And it's Batman versus Superman.
Like, that doesn't even count as an action scene because that was a fucking imaginary.
Yeah.
It doesn't even count.
Also, I'd like to point out that it's an hour and 11 minutes through and they haven't even faced
faced each other.
Like, usually in a film, they have like a little, all right, mate, little sniff.
Yeah.
And then they come back and then do their stuff.
This brought the war. See what I mean? Like,
this is where it gets dumb. This is where Batman, the smart technologist, turns into a fucking sniffing dog.
Yeah.
Like, he just starts going dumb. He's just like, we need to
kill him. This scene also screws up the rest of the movie. Because everything that happens after this is pointless. He's already angry.
Yeah.
And we get to the point where he does the fucking Martha moment, which we all know is coming.
Oh.
It's going to make my dick shrivel up into my body. It's just so awful.
The worst thing in the world.
This is motivation doesn't get changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nothing happens to him from now until the moment he has the spear over Superman.
Yeah.
That would change his personality.
Yeah.
Like, nobody dies. Alfred doesn't die. No one gives him a speech. He doesn't have to save Lois and get like, oh my god. Nothing. Nothing happens.
But that's the thing that triggers him, is that. But you mean like between all of that?
Between all of that.
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
nothing from that moment there to the moment he says Martha.
Yeah, got
would make him change that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can have a movie that would work like that, where you have him start angry, which they did.
Yeah.
An hour ago, he was already that angry.
Yeah.
And then, like, over time, he sees, like, this.
Yeah.
Maybe he's spying on Clark, and he's like,
but he does.
this guy's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes to Smallville, and he meets Clark's mom, and he's like, as Bruce Wayne, he's just chatting to his mom and being like, "Oh, this guy's all right." And his mom's telling him stories of when when Clark was a kid, and how he got bullied, and how he was like an outcast, and how his dad died and stuff. And then suddenly you start to see Bruce being like, "Oh, maybe this guy isn't so bad."
Yeah.
None of that. From that moment to the moment he says Martha, Bruce Wayne is the exact same character. That's why this film is shite. Because you have an entire movie that's called Batman v Superman, where the fight lasts 8 minutes, and the reason the fight stops makes no sense. Even this scene makes no sense. I think this is just a therapy session for me and you now. It's just like people have tuned in and been like, "Oh, I hope they've got a bunch of facts and interesting things to say about the movies, little tidbits and trivia." No, just me and Alex having an emotional breakdown over a fantasy movie.
Meanwhile, my wife is watching
Trolls
with Justin Timberlake.
Like, that's a nice shot. I'll give them that. They stole it from The Dark Knight. All right, Alex, you're a smart man. You know your tech. We had to talk about tech in the episode. Explain to me why he shoots a tracking device onto the truck.
Batman?
Yeah, why would you shoot a tracking device onto a truck?
He's a fucking idiot.
No, seriously, why would you do
he wants to track that thing back to where it's going to.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I would think. Now explain to me why, with the tracking device on the truck, you ram the fucking truck with your car.
Let me repeat my sentence. He wants to be discreet. He wants to play it safe. And he wants to put a tracking device so no one knows where he is and that he's detecting. Oh no, wait a second. I have a tracking device on your car.
And
boom.
Despite having a bulletproof car, he decides to kill dozens of people.
He kills the car.
He kills the car. And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to take this car which has got people
I'll
in
take
it.
this one.
I am going to kill them."
And the one in the front has a tracking device.
Yeah, I'm chasing after a truck with a tracking device on it.
I realise...
in case it gets away.
I realise it has my personal files on it.
Yeah.
I need it back. Actually, when you frame it that way, it makes all sense. It has my porno pictures on it.
Sorry, he thought it was a tracking device.
Yeah.
He'd actually put his USB on it.
Pornhub USB key.
It's got my fucking... It's got my USB key.
It's got my Alfred pictures on it.
Like, this is just... If I'm a Batman fan, which I am, this scene makes me...
I don't think you are.
Disgust. I'm not. I hate this movie. I'm a Marvel fanboy. I don't have Batman, posters and Superman socks.
No. I don't have a Superman belt and wristband and hub for a tennis.
I didn't get a little Martian Manhunter for my fucking birthday, no. Like, his car is bulletproof and rocket repellent. What is the danger here? Why did he put a tracking device on it? It's the same problem with the Jimmy Olsen thing. It's like, "Here, Jimmy, here's a tracking device. Just in case it doesn't work, we're going to follow you with a drone every step of the way." It's like, so why would I have a dangerous tracking device that could give away my identity? Don't ask questions, Olsen. Just do your job.
Just fucking do it.
Like, I get the point of this scene is like, man, that Batmobile is fucking amazing. It's like bulletproof, rocket-proof, can drive through a ship. It can do whatever you want. But then, it kills that guy. He's dead. And they're all dead. They're all so dead. Look at this. He can just take this ship right down.
I mean, he's hoping to...
Like, I get this. This is supposed to be like, wow, look at how great this car is. And then it gets to the point where the car just dings off Superman like it's Mario Kart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be like, oh wow, the best technology money can buy is worth nothing against Superman.
Actually, these guys meet.
But look, they're coming around the corner right now.
Yeah.
Where's the truck gone?
That's true. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck's the truck?
Where did the truck go? Why does Superman not see that? And then it pings off him like it's a
Where
donkey
is
cart.
the truck?
Yeah.
That's awful.
No, I get that. Like, the car's like, oh, okay, the car is amazing when he's dealing with regular criminals.
So what the fuck is Superman doing with a truck?
Yeah.
So, I do like the whole your technology is bollocks.
Yeah, you can't.
I like
you
that.
Can't stop me.
But there's no denying where the fuck that truck went, and he should be paying more attention to the truck because Superman should know that he's not the threat and the other guys are.
The bat is dead. Bury it. Like, who is this guy?
Fuck.
He's Batman without the mask.
This is a fucking bad film.
Like, everything Zack Snyder does is like, what's the coolest thing I can do right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he gets there on the day with Ben Affleck and he says, ask him, do you bleed? Or he does this thing with like, what if the car jumped over the water into the... And it's like, isn't that cool? Wouldn't that be cool? And it's like, yeah, Zach, that is cool. It's not a fucking story.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about this movie. If you only watch a scene, if you only watch one thing, you're like, that's cool. Like, this is cool. Batman is fucking angry, whips the mask off. The Batcave is great. Alfred is a bit of a dick to him because that's what Alfred would be like. That's great. Doesn't fucking work with anything else that's happening.
Yeah.
That's why Zack Snyder is a bad filmmaker. He's a great scene maker, but he's a bad filmmaker. Like this.
Yeah, well put.
It's like, oh, there's the tracking device. Do you remember the tracking device, guys?
Yeah.
He put the tracking device on. He knows
Batman
where it is.
almost smashed all the way through it.
Yeah, he almost knocked his own tracking device off. Like, that's the thing. If you think about that previous scene, that shot is stupid.
Also, somewhere as high-tech as LexCorp would fucking track for them. If I had a company like Lex, I would be tracking for...
A company that makes illegal weapons
I'd be tracking,
and hires illegal criminals.
For kryptonite.
Illegal criminals, as opposed to legal criminals.
So.
I believe they're called politicians. We have fun here.
And we're done with Paul, so
that's it.
You won't be here much longer.
I'm gone. You can entertain them. But give them a fact. give them a Fleming fact.
A Fleming fact.
Better do it, or else it's gonna be dead air. It's a fucking audio medium, Alex.
I'm fucking glad that guy's gone. I've got to say, Paul is into this film the most. He wanted to do this one first, and I was like, there's plenty of others out there, but he explained it to me, and I was like, oh my fucking god. And now I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it right now, and it is just awful. They haven't even thought out the plot whatsoever. And I love Superman, the actual story of Superman, and they haven't even portrayed that very well at all. This guy just pisses me off. Fuck right off. Right off. It's unbelievable. Yeah. But there's hope. I mean, I don't know where the hope is. It's not in this fucking film. This film goes down the shitter. Suicide Squad, the shitter. Wonder Woman, most likely the shitter. I don't know. We want to believe in things. We want to believe in other films. Like, we're Marvel people, and Marvel has done some shit ones as well, but come on, guys. This is just not good. It's just not good at all. And the fact it's 3 hours? I mean, this fucking 3 hours bollocks is starting to piss me off. As soon as Paul comes back, though, we're gonna play it easy. It's all been good. It's all been good. We've been steady and calm. Steady and calm. But we really fucking hate the film. I'm going to throw a little thing on Paul as well. I'm going to say, like, hey, Paul, can you guess the IMDb of this film? So, and we'll have a little competition to see who guesses the closest. So, I'm going to ask him the IMDb and maybe like Rotten Tomato, and I'll ask him the grossing money as well. So, and we shall see. Alright.
Did you rewind it?
I did not rewind anything.
Jesus Christ!
Believe me.
Fucking put on rewind.
I put it back to the beginning. I thought we need to see the first hour and 26 minutes that we missed.
There was a lot of shit we missed there.
Oh my god!
It's all right.
I said to the guys, I was
halfway
like,
through.
I'll ask you it later on. But I told the guys that I'm going to IMDb you some films.
Oh god!
And holy shit, you're going to be surprised by this one. But I'll ask you it later on. And then also the grossing, how much it take.
That guy has no legs. What happened?
What happened to him?
I know how much.
Surely
you're
going to check his fucking, I was going to say treadmill.
Check that wheel. Check his treadmill. Yeah. Oh, you cruel bastard. Check that guy with no legs' treadmill score. What's his fastest 5K?
I think this is what pisses me off the most. This scene here.
Cripples.
What happens? Well, I mean, this and
people with disabilities. No, it's not. That's not the right term, is it? I'm sorry, folks. That's not the right term. I'm being correct and political, and it's what? Differently abled? Yeah, it's
different.
Hey, Lois, that's the murderer. That's the murderer that murdered Jimmy. Why do I care? I've actually lost the will to fucking open my eyes and look at what's going on.
It's believable.
Like, here's another example of awful filmmaking. And this has nothing to do with, like, if you like Batman or Marvel or any of that bullshit. We've spent 1 hour from the moment they were in Africa to this.
Right.
Building up Superman taking responsibility for what he did.
Yeah.
Every conversation with the general, with the senator, with Lex even, all goes back to this scene. And Superman doesn't get to say anything. You have spent an hour building to this moment and nothing happens. Instead, you turn it into a bomb. A bomb that makes no sense because those checks, Lex has been intercepting for 2 years.
Oh, and Lex delivered.
Lex delivered it to Bruce.
Yeah.
So Lex took those checks, wrote it to Bruce, and then sent it off.
Yeah.
Which means that Lex had to make sure that the guy with no legs didn't complain that he wasn't getting any checks.
Yeah.
And was angry enough that he would go into the Senate thing anyway. Like he would be just spray painting. Like, this guy was graffitiing a Superman fucking statue a week ago. And now he's allowed into the Senate building.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing that bugs me. It's like we were saying about the effort versus the reward.
Yeah.
You've spent all this time with this lady complaining about the murders, with him setting all the bodies on fire, with the senator being on the news, with the newspapers and the news reporters talking about Superman can't act unilaterally. Superman can't just do what he wants. And then finally we get to the moment like this where everyone's there. The press is there. He flies down. It's this amazing time of like he's actually going to start addressing people.
Yeah.
And it does nothing. He does literally nothing in this scene.
Yeah.
He doesn't say one word. Not one. He doesn't even say hello.
Yeah.
Like, why have we watched for an hour to get to this moment when the whole thing was just about, oh, it's a bomb. Lex has a jar of piss and there's a bomb.
Yeah.
He's Superman. You think he'd scan the room and see either
Also,
the bomb or the jar of piss?
He never even told Lois as well, did he?
Yeah.
So.
Like, this is like just look at what's happening here. There's no music. There's a little squeaky door.
Introduction.
No. This is good. Like, this is what I mean. Of like, you're building the tension. You're building all the focus. Everything's getting up to this moment of Superman gets to say something, and you don't give it to the audience. It's just the worst, most pathetic way of doing a story you can imagine. You have her giving like this emotional thing, and then what does she have to act against? A jar of fucking piss. Literally, a jar of piss. That's this movie. It's a jar of piss. Fucking Holly Hunter, she's a great actress too. Scan the room. Look at the piss jar. Even she gets screwed out of it because he fucking leaves her to die too.
Yeah.
What's this? That must stink. There's no lid on it. How much must I know? Smell of piss.
Granny's beach tea.
What are you doing, Lex? Are you pissing in a jar and leaving it on that
by
thing?
now, like you.
There we go. That was what this whole film built up to. Like, everyone reacts like, oh, there was a bomb. And in the next scene they say, oh, we know it wasn't you. The bomb was in his wheelchair.
Yeah.
So what have we been watching for 90 minutes? I'm asking Alex because my eye is twitching, my heart is racing, and he's just standing there crying in the fucking... Like, why is this dickhead upset? Like, oh.
But at this time, he does not know it's wheelchair. Like, he's just like, you let my family die, whatever, and he's like, why would you let this happen to me? So I can see him getting pissed off, but don't go out like you're a smart man.
Yeah.
But I mean, even before all of this, like, he should know who the fuck's it. Or as in, like, he should know that he's a good guy. The way
yeah,
he goes
like
about,
he should
the way he goes about his business.
Yeah,
so.
like Batman in this is like mentally retarded in terms of like his level of dealing with things.
Superman has let her down on there. He has let probably another 100 people at least down like that.
Yeah,
like let them down. You know, so Batman must know Superman is lifting down.
People, he can see it.
Like,
it's on
helping
the news.
People, but Batman right now is just like, I want to kill him.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not using that word just like flippantly. Like, I mean, there's something wrong with that character.
Yeah.
Where 18 months ago, he saw the city destroyed.
Yeah.
But in those 18 months, he hasn't gone out and found out who Clark is. He hasn't gone out and looked at Superman and been like, this guy's
if this happened in real life, like say if this happened tonight, you'd have BBC, you'd have
like there's all the reporters doing
you'd have them all going like, this is what's happening, Superman is helping us down. You'd have people saying like, we don't know who did this.
Yeah,
we
be like, oh, it's an attack. Yeah, it's an attack.
But ISIS or whatever.
Yeah, ISIS would probably claim because they claim everything.
Superman is ISIS.
They claim bad
however,
weather.
Superman has let down like 150 people down back to the crowd.
He's standing there in front of the building and dealing with this.
Yeah, and then you got Batman, technologist, who's probably got this all in his earpiece. He's like, I must kill him.
Yeah, no, it's like the there's something wrong in his head.
Yeah.
Like, he's blaming him. It just... I can't... Both characters...
Even the editing's, like, just horrible.
This is added. This is an extended scene. This wasn't in the original.
But they were saying right then, even Superman, it's just... You just saw him lifting people down.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? He'd blow everyone up, but help 100 people
like, here's
down?
another example of bad filmmaking. We spent that... He put the tracker on the thing, and then we spent all that time where he tries to get the thing.
Yeah, and almost blows it off the truck as well.
Yeah. And he doesn't get it. So this is my thing about, like, the amount of effort compared to what you're getting out of it. So he put in all that effort, and he didn't get the kryptonite. Now he gets the kryptonite easily. That's it. That's all we see. We see lots of bullets.
Yeah.
And we see that he got the kryptonite, which Lex wanted him to have in the first place. Like, what's the point of this? Why are you showing me the action scene after it happened?
Yeah, it's fucking awful. You get a drink.
You need to get it. He needs another can. If everyone wants to stock up, we'll get another can. Oh, in case you didn't know who it was, Lex, he left a fucking batarang in the thing. You know, I'm gonna get some facts here because you're not giving them any Fleming facts. Or we can go to the most painful scene in the fucking movie for me. Here we go. Even though he just helped all those people and had nothing to do with the explosion, he's still going to be a miserable prick. I wasn't looking. No one expected you to look. What are you talking about? Your dad didn't want you to be Superman. Fuck off, you big fucking idiot. How does Lois get this and you don't? Fuck off. Just fuck. Oh, thank God you're back. I was about to lose it. Just go. He's left me to get angry. I think that scene right there about the movie, it's bad for Superman's characterization from the comics. It's bad for Superman's characterization in this version of him in the movie. And it's bad storytelling that doesn't move the plot forward. And now we're at the point, after Lex has set Superman up, after he already knows who Batman is, after he already has kryptonite, that he gets into the Kryptonian ship. So he didn't even know he could make Doomsday until this point in time. Like, what is the point of this movie? His plan is apparently completed now. His plan for 2 years was to blow up the Senate, because he would have had no idea he could make Doomsday or get into the Kryptonian ship unharmed or control the Kryptonian ship. All of this is pure luck. How is this guy supposed to be an equal or a challenge for Superman and Batman? He has no plan. His plan now is to create Doomsday and have those two guys fighting. Like, this film gets worse every time I see it. Like, the point of the movie at this stage, right, is that he's given Batman, or at least allowed Batman to have kryptonite so that he could potentially kill Superman. And in about an hour or so, in the movie universe, he's going to go kidnap Martha to force Superman to fight Batman.
But he's trained for it, Paul.
And he's doing both of that. No, both of them. I've lost English. I don't even need English.
Yeah. But he's training.
No, but I mean,
Lex.
Like, what's Lex's plan? Because Lex only found out he could make Doomsday in the scene right before this.
Right.
But what I'm saying is Lex has spent 2 years getting him pissed off and and knowing Superman is Clark Kent.
Yeah.
For what? He didn't know he could make Doomsday until just before this moment.
I think, and I can maybe believe it. Well,
hang on.
I can't believe this.
We got our emails.
Those icons are very well designed. Very well designed. This is fucking stupid.
What? This is what we've paid our money for. This is the Justice League.
It's ridiculous, actually.
I mean, like, Marvel, those are idiots. Like, they gave Thor a movie. They gave Captain America a movie. No. What they needed to do was have Iron Man 1.
Cash machine.
And then they needed to have an email attachment.
Bollox.
And then make Avengers. That's what they needed to do.
Belgium, November 1918.
Oh, look at that. That's a photo. That's amazing, isn't it, Alex?
That is.
You ever seen that photo of Nicolas
photo.
Cage as a vampire from the 1800s?
I do like that they got Chris Pratt there, though.
Yeah.
Chris Pine.
Who gives a fuck? They got some beautiful American man in there.
Couldn't afford him.
Why is this override accepted? Even if you're operating at 37% efficiency, he's a human man.
You have got...
Why would you have any reason to give a human man access to your fucking...
Exactly.
Oh,
it's a
fuck this
fucking
movie.
alien species. You got aliens floating around.
Exactly. This is an alien fucking technology. It's like a monkey walking in here and having access to your iPhone.
Yeah.
Even if it was only a 37% battery.
Oh, God. It really goes downhill from here.
It goes so off the rails now. Like, for me, it went off the rails the moment he gets into the ship. He has the finger slices on his hand to let him in. And everything else, that's just pure luck. That managed to let him in.
Yeah.
And like you said, there was no security there watching him.
No.
When he did get in, the security in the ship didn't kill him.
Nope.
When he got there, the ship's computer was so fucked that let him do whatever he wanted.
Right now, there would be like, dude. And they would be shooting the fuck out of them. Drones.
In the theatrical cut of the movie, Superman has only 42 lines of dialogue.
Oh my God. Are you joking?
No, that's the entire thing, including his great lines such as...
In his own film.
The bat is dead.
In his own film?
Yeah, in his own film.
God, that's bad. This is horrible.
Oh no, burn him. They have a statue of the motherfucker.
We should have watched this in 2016. It's been a real blow to 2017 for me.
We tried so hard to be optimistic.
This is a real low blow. A real low blow.
It's okay, we still got Suicide Squad to do. And Wonder Woman's coming out. And Justice League will be out in November.
I don't know if I can make it to November. Yeah, it might just be you going solo.
Oh man, I'm not making it to the end of this movie. Fuck November. I'm out.
What's going on here?
Just nothing. That was an extra scene.
That was
extended. Scene. That was amazing, wasn't it?
What? They wanted to show some snow?
R-rated. R-rated snow. They haven't ruled out that he was a co-conspirator.
Stupid.
Oh yeah, because that's what he needs to do. He needs to build a bomb and sneak it in on a fucking wheelchair. Like, he could just kill everyone.
Yeah. He could lift the fucking building off the floor, put it in space before you could even say fuckwit.
No, they're co-conspirators. Look, they've got everything. Wait, no, hang on. Wait, I'm getting confused actually looking at that. On that wall, there is the Senate building, and there are pipe bombs. No, that is a pipe bomb. And the Senate was sprayed on the wall. But the point of the movie is that he didn't know he was going to blow up. Right. Lex put the bomb in without him knowing it. But all this seems to show is that... So what, did Lex fake all that shit? Again, why? Why is he faking it? What? So that was fake on the wall. Why with lead, Alex?
Oh.
So he couldn't see it. So he couldn't stop it. Oh my god. You know what this means? Nothing. It doesn't fucking matter. Superman fights Lex Luthor, or fights because Lex Luthor kidnaps his mom. That's it. Batman fights because he hated Superman from that scene 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Where he knocked down Wayne Tower defending Metropolis.
Also, what the fuck is going on? Because this is not a dream sequence. Like, it is.
It's not a dream. Because he's telling him a story he's never heard.
It's just fucked.
It's not a memory.
Like, is he alive? No, he's not.
Why would he be hallucinating?
Well, because he's a fucking tripping mofo.
Just there's no words for what's happening right now.
I don't know what's happening.
Like when we were in the cinema,
I feel like I'm tripping right now. So.
I was watching this scene and there was a part of my brain being like, did I miss something?
Did I miss half the film?
But no, like I genuinely, and you know me, like I'm watching this like razor focused for 2 hours, and this comes up and I'm like, did I miss something? Is there something that has happened that I have not occurred? Did I fall asleep there for that? Did I fucking... Costume designer Michael Wilkinson put Amazonian writing into Wonder Woman's suit design. What similar to how Kryptonian writing was put into Superman's suit design. This is just hurts me.
There's one thing that's going to happen.
Me crying?
I'm going to listen to the soundtrack on the way home.
It's a great soundtrack.
I do like it.
No, Man of Steel soundtrack's great. This soundtrack
they're borrowing it. Well, they just reused it.
Yeah, just took his song.
And I do like this. I do like this.
This is amazing.
I like the mansion. I like his...
This is one of those things which
good.
Doesn't need an explanation. The mansion burnt down. So you're like, oh, visually, the mansion is representing his personality.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And that's my favourite line in the whole movie.
What do you say?
I'm older now than my father ever was.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I'll ever do that matters. Fucks it up. Yeah. But that line would be the movie. Here's the movie we should have made when they gave us the money to make this, because we've made this. Opening scene.
Yeah.
Metropolis getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Fuck that child in the coffin and the fucking... Not fuck the child. That sounds wrong. Let's think back. Forget the child in the coffin and the parents getting killed. I'm starting my own podcast. You have that. You have the opening with Metropolis falling from Batman's point of view.
Yeah.
Then you have like a little bit of fluffy, buffy stuff with like Superman being a nice guy. Then you get to Batman and Superman facing each other, like 15 minutes later. Not an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then you get to this scene of him saying, I'm older now than my father ever was. And the whole film is about him just mentally falling apart. Because he's realizing there's dangers in the universe he can't face.
Yeah.
Like, there's 1,000 ways this movie could have been made better. But
we're 1 hour, 48 minutes through.
Are you kidding me? We're not even 2 hours through.
They haven't thrown a punch at each other. They haven't thrown.
But look, we're looking at another TV screen.
Okay, this is another thing. Like, you're going to jump on this as well. His mum in Man of Steel. His mum in Man of Steel got taken, and then he quickly came to the rescue.
Yeah.
And he was absolutely furious.
Yeah.
Now there's a car following his mum. They're gonna take her.
If I was going to defend it, you could just say, "Oh, he's in the mountains being a miserable shit."
But he's not. And now this guy is being a miserable shit.
This guy, who is supposed to be not only the world's greatest detective, but the world's greatest tactician, is taking the one weapon that hurts Superman and putting it half a mile away from where he's going to fight him.
Yeah.
That's like me putting a gun in a cabinet on the other side of the city and then challenging Mike Tyson and Conor McGregor to a fight. Yeah. I'd be like, all right, lads, I'm going to take both of you on, and eventually you're going to punch me over to the Young Street, and then I'm going to be able to get that gun, and then I'll be in charge.
It's just awful.
Like, what kind of idiot? He's a fucking regular guy who has to do CrossFit, and he's going up against a man who can throw the Senate building into space.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to take this one weapon I have, and I'm going to bury it miles away, and I'm going to hope really hard that we end up fighting our way back to this thing. Oh, God. Like, the point of Batman's... Like I've said this before, the point of Batman's abilities in the comics is that he's not stronger or faster or in any way physically able to match the Flash or Green Lantern. But the point is that if he has enough time, he will think his way around the problem.
Yeah.
He will plan, and he'll be like, okay, I know his weakness, I know her weakness, I know that if I do this, she'll do that. And like, he outsmarts even the gods, even the most powerful creatures in the universe. He's able, with enough time, to be like, okay, this is his weakness, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to build. This Batman is a fucking idiot. Like, there's, like, he stands there and he's like, ugh. And Superman lands. If Superman hadn't landed behind him, then the guns wouldn't have been any use. The sound waves wouldn't have been any use.
Right.
The grenade wouldn't have been of any use. And the spear wouldn't have been any use.
Yeah.
Like, his plan is just stupid. If you're a fan of the comic books and you're trying to defend this because, oh, it's just like the Dark Knight comic. It's like, no, it's not. It's nothing at all like that. Like, in that comic book, what happens is this, basically. Superman and Batman end up having a fight.
Yeah.
But the way it works is that comic is set, I think it's about 30 years in the future, right? And Superman and Batman have had this entire history. And Superman is sent in to attack Bruce.
Right.
But before that happens, he's hit by a nuclear bomb. So he's weakened. And then when he flies into the city, his X-rays set off these missiles. Because Bruce Wayne Batman knows that's what he'll do. He knows what Clark is going to do. He's going to X-ray, and once he X-rays, these missiles hit him.
Yeah.
And then once he lands, he knows that Clark isn't going to kill him because they're friends. Like, he knows all this.
Yeah.
So he's thinking one step ahead, and that's how he beats him. But even in that comic, he doesn't beat him.
Yeah.
All that happens is that he gets him weak enough that he punches him a few times and goes, I just want you to remember what it's like to be beaten up like a man.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Wayne knows, like, I can't beat this guy.
Also,
so he fakes a heart attack.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at no point has Batman ever beaten Superman in a legitimate fight, because Batman knows he can't outside of killing him, which he would never do.
Yeah. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just so fucking
sorry.
Don't
be sorry. The film should be sorry.
No, I feel sorry for, like, everyone that watches this. But even, like, when Lex just threw her off the roof and she, like, screaming, it's just like that whole screaming moment there where Superman's saying, like, someone I care about, I need to go get. That just happened to his mother,
mom, yeah,
like an hour ago, or like maybe 6. You know, I know she's far away, but he's got fucking supersonic hearing, and you think he'd be like watching out for her.
It's back to that thing of, like, Zack Snyder wanted to make a Batman movie. Like, he could make a Batman movie. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You have Batman be dark. You have Batman fighting things.
He was forced to make this film.
Yeah, like, when you're trying to make a Superman movie,
yeah,
and you don't like Superman, this is what you end up with.
Yeah.
Like, Lois gets thrown off a building, and Superman saves her. There's no drama there.
No.
Whatever. Who gives a shit?
No.
Oh, because he's like Jesus. Yeah, it's amazing. This is so deep and philosophical. You should listen to this. I'm Jesse Eisenberg. Shut up, you twatty little prick. All I see is wasted opportunity for Bryan Cranston. Like, this is what I mean. Like, he sets up this fight now, at this point in time. And apparently it's so he can get Doomsday. Like, have time to make Doomsday, right? But again, he didn't know he was going to be able to make Doomsday until, like, the day before.
Why would he want to make him? Well, I guess you can...
Well, whatever about...
You can argue that he didn't know he was going to be that powerful, I guess.
Yeah, but, like, he spent 2 years getting them to this point. And it's for no reason whatsoever. Like, it's just... None of his plan makes sense at all. And this is why, like, all that stuff about the Senate and what happened in the desert and him going away to talk to his dead dad on the fucking mountain, it doesn't matter. The only reason he fights him is because he has his mother captured. That's it. Like, this is the movie. How far into it are we now? Like, 16 hours? Yeah, we're like 2 hours in.
Yeah.
This is it. This is why the movie exists. This is why we get to the point Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
He kidnapped his mom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Kidnapped his she got kidnapped, or like someone had to go at her in the first film, like maybe halfway through it. But like, yeah, it's just silly. I mean, we've gone from rage to fucking like no rage.
Just depression.
Yeah. It's just. He's letting LexCorp go.
LexCorp go.
Well, he is.
He's letting LexCorp go.
But it's just ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'm just going to go back to trivia. I'm going to impress people with some trivia.
Please do. I've just got nothing, mate.
Charles Roven revealed that there were 1,500 visual effects shots. Relatively little compared to other visual effects. Like, that's another thing about this. This film is one of the most expensive films of all time. Does this, like, rank up there with you visually for, you know, Titanic, Avatar? You know? Does it blow you away? Like, oh, look at Doctor Strange, or look at Captain America Civil War.
Fucking awful. Well, I mean, no. Actually, I wouldn't say awful, but there's nothing that stands out. So.
There really isn't. Like, there's nothing apart from this one scene with Batman.
Yeah, this is actually
which is just a live action version of Arkham.
The only thing I would say about after Batman.
Now, how the fuck did it take him 25 minutes to fly across the water? Because he says he has an hour, and that clock just said 35.
But it is Batman flying there.
No, that's Superman.
No, but Batman goes to save her.
No. What I mean is that clock is when they're going to kill her.
Yeah.
Lex says you have an hour because the egg timer.
Okay.
And then the next clock we see is that clock.
Yeah.
So we've just lost 25 minutes.
And also, she goes all the way from here to on a plane.
Oh, yeah, she gets on the airplane, and then she comes back in 35 minutes.
The only thing that I would say...
I've been on an airplane. It takes a while to get through customs.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been on one. Look, it takes
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's just... What? Right here. He doesn't even give a shit.
Yeah, it took him 30 minutes to fly down and say that to him.
He has to die. What do you mean?
But this is what I mean about like cool moments.
Zod at that moment in time. Zod was a bigger threat.
Yeah,
and he was like, I have to kill her. I have to kill Batman.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But the other thing is, he says that, and then he doesn't kill him. He tries to talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
It's alright. She's on CNN.
We're going to get a little email about what's going to happen in the future Justice League movie.
New message.
Like, do you like the fact that he sends the email from an email called Bruce Wayne? Like, that's what Batman does. That's the skill level of Batman. Oh, it is you. Oh, man, he's the greatest detective in the world. We've gone from, like, endless anger to just massive depression. This is the part.
Who are you?
Where have you been?
Have you been?
What? Batman is an idiot.
And then suddenly we're all in a fucking interface where you can see the logo to everyone else. This is also put in after Marvel released their teasers. Because they were like, we need to put something. She's on an Apple computer with Windows.
But like, this scene is happening right after Superman said he has to die. Just right after Lex said, kill the bat or Martha dies. And you cut to this bullshit? Like, what the fuck?
This actually might be the worst one as well.
Oh, God. Khal Drogo going for a swim.
Yeah. And then him going up straight up to a camera going like, oh, what's this?
I've never seen a camera in my 50 years of life.
I've never seen this before.
What's going on? I have heard
What is this? I'll smash it.
I'm so slow. And I'm gone. Oh, man. We're down to making terrible voices.
And then just this one. The guy from Terminator is just so cool.
Miles Dyson.
Yeah.
Like, if you were watching this movie with no idea who Cyborg was, which is probably 90% of people who watch this movie.
95% of people, 99%.
Would you give a shit about watching his movie?
Care.
No. And then there's this box, like, this film is so broken.
Oh, it's fucking awful.
What?
Why are you watching this?
Why are we,
why are we watching
Why are
this?
we watching her watching that? Why is he turning off the camera that he's had on for his, dismembered child for weeks? Like, this is what I mean. Like, this is all CG rain and CG lighting and like, I can't do this anymore. I can't look at someone spending millions of dollars on something that looks and feels so boring. Like, what film were we watching that was like terrible but enjoyable terrible?
remember.
We don't know
I
any
don't
other
remember.
movies. I can't remember anything in my life.
This is really pissing me off right now. Alright, okay, guys. It's been over 2 hours. And the fuck has only landed 2 hours, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. And I will tell you when they throw the first punch.
This moved
it'll
from
be another
being
half an hour.
This had been a podcast, then it turned to a therapy session. Now it's just two grown men dying slowly in a room.
Okay, so that was the first punch.
No, it's not a punch. That was a
okay,
machine.
Okay, that was
the first punch is when he gets in that shove. He's like, my mother's in real trouble, but I'm going to shove you, a regular human man. There we go. That's it. That's it.
All right,
that was it. What was that?
That was 2 hours, 3 seconds, and
3 minutes.
It was like 48 seconds.
2 hours. We'll give them a benefit of it. 2 hours, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Awful. We've got another 40 minutes.
Why is he firing machine guns at him?
They know. He knows. He doesn't do anything.
He's been hit with an entire building on his head.
He knows this because he has a kryptonite staff.
Yeah. Which is a mile away. It's not even nearby.
Yeah.
Hey, my mother's in trouble. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to throw you further away.
Why doesn't he make his suit out of kryptonite? Like, make it, like, resonant.
Yeah, have it in his like glove and just pop
like,
one
make
off
the
his head.
metal out of fucking kryptonite.
What? Say, just, what? Why are you doing
why
this?
Is he doing this as well?
Yeah.
Why?
Why is he doing it? He's not in any danger.
No.
He just has to stand there and rip the metal off his
He just says
costume.
you just need to kill him. Don't throw him around. Just tear his head off.
Yeah. Yeah, do one or the other.
Yeah. But you want him dead.
If you want him, kill him. If you don't want him dead, don't throw him away.
Yeah.
The fucking fight is just ridiculously stupid. Oh, that was lead gas. You can't see through it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I guess
oh my
it's
God.
interesting, but still,
he's
even then.
It doesn't make any sense. He gets to this fucking point, though. Timothy Dalton was considered for the role of Alfred J. Pennyworth.
Wow.
The metal exosuit, that one, is the first batsuit not featuring a bat symbol on its chest. This is a good one. Composer Hans Zimmer said this will be the last superhero movie he will compose music for.
Oh, really?
It broke him as well.
That's hilarious. You know, have you seen Planet Earth? He said that was like one of the best things he's ever done. Planet Earth 2?
I haven't seen this 2 yet.
Oh man, it's incredible.
Do you care? Like, do you give a fuck what's going on here?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like, again, if you're just watching this moment, it's fine. But we've taken 2 hours of bullshit to get here.
Yeah.
And I think that's my problem. I know people can watch this and be like, it's fine. I don't care about the bad stuff. I only remember the good stuff. But I'm like, okay, at this point, he's stronger, faster, he's regenerating. Why is he running through a wall to fight him?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. It's fucking bullshit.
His mother's life is in trouble, and he's deciding to have a fist fight. Like, here's where the whole movie falls apart. This moment. Well, not just this moment, but like, okay. So now you're invulnerable again. Now you can't be hurt.
Now you can literally just flatten him.
You can either kill him, or you can just say to him, my mother's in trouble.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You just tie him up or something like that. You could tie him up on like a triple pull.
Why is he
with a
throwing him away?
Yeah. You could just tie him up and go like, we're going to discuss something. He can be like literally wrapped around 3 lampposts.
He's watching him load.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Again.
And what's he doing? What's he actually doing with this thing? Was he going to kill him? No.
I don't know, man. Like, none of this fight makes any sense. Like, Batman is based on this fight and the fact that he spends the Doomsday fight hiding under a rock. Completely useless to the Justice League.
Yeah.
Like, he has nothing to offer that team. He's an idiot. He has no tactics. All he's got is a bank account. That's all he has.
Yeah.
His main weapon is a fucking kitchen sink. Like, what are you doing with that? What is the point in that? Just, oh God. Isn't it really lucky that he threw you into the roof of the building that had the spear at the bottom of it? That's really lucky, Batman. You must be a great tactical master. There's a little quote from Watchmen on the wall there, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Que custodie ipsos custodes.
There's also Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No, I'm serious. I think it was.
That's it. That's the fight. That was it. That's the movie. 2 hours, 9 minutes. So, being generous, we gave it 8 minutes.
Yeah. And you know what?
8 minutes.
It's been 8 minutes.
$250 million.
Of fucking bollocks.
It took 2 hours to get here. Like, all this dialogue comes from the comic. So people who like the comic are like, oh, it's the thing I saw in the comic. It's cool. It's like, no, it's not cool. It's not a story. It's a moment. It's not a story. Like, let's go back to that moment I told you about when he's arguing with Alfred.
Yeah.
Between that and this, what has happened to that character, Batman? Anything at all? Anything has happened? Like, has anything happened to him? No. So what we get to is this point where Superman says Martha, and Batman changes completely. That's why that moment is shit. I understand that moment of like, oh, Clark has a mother. Oh, Batman realizes he's evil. Batman realizes that there's a human being underneath the costume.
Yeah.
It doesn't work because you've had no reason for him to change from there to here.
This is the stupidest thing in the whole film.
Yeah.
Just because of the hatred he has for him.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to kill this
Exactly.
guy. I want to kill him. Like, everything that's happened right up until now has been like,
God, that made me vomit in my mouth a little.
What does that mean?
What is it? It's so terribly handled. Like, he could have said that at any point in the previous 8-minute fight. My mother's name is also Martha. She was killed by a guy who wanted pearls. And I want your pearls, Superman. What the fuck?
I flirted with the...
Like, this is, like, it doesn't matter. There's no change between the moment he tells Alfred if there's a 1% chance and this.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that happens in his life. So that's why people like me and you, we see this and we say, the only reason Batman stops is because he hears the word Martha.
Yeah, yeah.
All the other guys who are trying to defend it are saying, oh, no. It's because, Batman's parents were killed. And I mean, it's like, no. You're putting that in.
Yeah.
The movie doesn't tell us that.
No.
You are making that assumption.
Yeah.
It's all right though because he's crying, so it's fine. Oh God, that came out of my face. Excuse me, listeners. This is also the first live-action film to include Batman that was not released in the summer.
Well, how good was that? There's news. And everyone, BBC, everyone, around that fucking alien spaceship. You'd think one of them would be in there. This is ridiculous as well. Superman right now would know. He'd be listening in for a frequency for his mum.
Yeah.
And be like, I know exactly where she is. I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Yeah, like
literally a minute.
Yeah.
But Batman's like, I will be doing that. But it's going to take you about half an hour. She's going to be fried by then.
Yeah, like he just spent this time trying to kill that guy.
Like I want to try and help the film in one way.
No,
I know
it doesn't deserve it. It's wasted 2 hours of our life.
Bruce, like I feel like maybe he went insane, but it just didn't really show it properly. Like
yeah, like that's what I mean about the Robin suit.
Yeah,
like if you had said like Joker got to him and he snapped.
Yeah.
But Alfred's just acting like everything's normal. This is the way things are.
They weren't showing it. Yeah,
he's sitting there drinking his brandy, just being like, oh well, you're a dickhead, Master Wayne. But yeah, if you had this whole big thing of like, Bruce just sort of like gives a little twitches and just kind of looks off and it's like.
You're like,
exactly.
Oh, man, okay.
Batman's not all there, yeah. Maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll have it be mentally fucking controlled by Darkseid or something.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, Batman's outside. Let's kill the woman and run away. That would be my first thing. Would you be watching the clock and being like, "Oh, we can't kill her yet"?
Well, I mean, I told the boss, the clock's going to get to 7.
All right, so there's Batman using a Gatling gun
in a room where
on
he doesn't know where
not
anyone
innocent,
is.
but on a man, a regular human man. So
also,
why is the Joker still alive in this universe?
Which could kill Superman's mum at any time as well.
Yeah.
A stray bullet.
Yeah, a stray bullet, or the fact that all those guys in the room have weapons
that will shoot that could shoot the face.
Yeah, but Superman has decided it's more important to fly to Metropolis.
Have a little bit of flight time.
It just none of this makes any sense for the characters.
Have some flight time, which means...
And again, it's like, look at this. Isn't that cool?
Seconds.
Yeah, it is. But that's not how you save a woman who's being held hostage. No.
Superman's going to have some flight time. When we say flight time, it means 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman, he's been in the shit for about half an hour.
So we've still got an hour left of this movie somehow.
It's ridiculous.
Can I have a nap? So. Would anybody have a complaint if I had a nap right now? Can I go get a sandwich? I will order a pizza. It will get here before the movie ends.
It will get here before the fucking guys start talking to each other again. Also, by the way, just before the scene starts, Batman doesn't hurt people. Well, it doesn't kill people, sorry.
Apparently. That's the way it has been for about 50 years, but whatever.
So just every time, doesn't kill people.
Dead.
Alright? So I'm going to keep on saying it. Doesn't kill people.
Oh, that's a grenade. Oh, that's a grenade in a room with 2 grown men.
Doesn't kill people.
Like, there's
doesn't
just...
kill people, because I think he died.
No, he's dead.
I think he died. Might be okay. Doesn't kill people.
And the thing about this scene that's really annoying is that it's really cool, like most of Zack Snyder scenes, but we saw all of this in the trailer.
Yes. because they needed something.
They needed something.
Yeah.
The trailer has every action scene in the movie. It has Superman landing. It has Batman fighting here. It has Doomsday, Wonder Woman, and it has some of the car chase.
I do like that, actually. I've got to find some pluses. I like that guy tried to shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, didn't
like
mess around. Just
that was good. I do like that. I like that as well. I like the we got to find something here.
We are. Really...
I like that they stabbed him in like the neck or whatever. That's cool. I like that. Doesn't kill people.
But like, this is the thing. Like, if you're a Batman fan, this is pretty cool. But it's not the character.
Yeah,
he's brutal. But like, here's the thing about this scene, right? The point of Martha is that Batman realizes he's gone too far. And that he's going to change.
Yeah.
This is the very next scene where he's killing regular people. You know what I mean? He hasn't learned anything. He hasn't changed at all. Zack Snyder just saw this in the comic book, and I can show it to you if you want.
Oh,
this exact moment of like the big gun, and he goes, "I believe you." And he shoots him. That's in the comic. It's just Zack Snyder being like, oh, you know, it would be cool. You know, it would be awesome if we had that moment. Because I'm a friend of your son's. Balls. That's a joke because you realize this film has no fun in it.
Funny. Not really.
This film just is miserable.
Okay, guys. She throws us in here. Let's do this game. She throws us in here at 2 minutes 20.
Right.
She's going to get it very soon.
Let's see. We're going to time it out. How long it takes for her to be like, oh shit, I needed that.
She realizes she fucked up. Sorry.
Tyler, I can't pronounce his name properly. Tyler Hoechlin was considered for the role of Bruce Wayne Batman.
Oh yeah.
You might not know, but he did get the role of Superman in the Supergirl TV series. So
that guy.
Yeah.
I've not seen him act, but I don't like the look of him.
He's good as Superman.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What did you think of Tom, whatever his name was, from Smallville?
He was good, except that show went way too long.
I love that show, man. I watched every single
episode. So did I.
So, but at the end of it obviously became...
But we can both agree that like it was 10 seasons. It should have been 3.
Son of a bitch.
It was 10 seasons long. That should have been 4.
It could have been 7.
Yeah, anything less than 10 would have been fine with me. But I was thinking... I
liked it.
But by the end of it,
it was cheese.
They had every single Superman villain. They had Flash, Aquaman.
Yeah.
They had the future Justice League, Cyborg. Yeah. The only guy who wasn't a fucking hero by the end of it was Superman.
I know. He was like, what's wrong with me? Am I a reject?
Yeah, they had to call him the Red Blue Blur for 3 seasons. The Red Blue Blur.
This thing. It looks like the O2 Arena in the fucking city. It's ridiculous.
Oh, he cut his hand because he's Jesus.
You've got this fucking thing growing here.
Which only took an hour.
And then, this is the worst thing about it, is that Lex is like,
You're Doomsday.
Go and attack this, go and attack that.
Yeah.
And it just smacks Lex away. And he's he's shocked that it smacked him away.
Like, if he wanted to kill Superman, he could have killed him at any point in the last 2 years. Or... just gotten the kryptonite spear and done it that way. But he made Doomsday. It's just like none of it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Lex is doing it because his dad hit him and he wants to prove God's not good. No one gives a shit about your fucking first class of philosophy. Why does he look like he's covered in motor oil? I'd say the guys who made the cave troll and Lord of the Rings got a pretty penny off this. Like, yeah, we'll give you the digital. That's fine. We'll give you the hard drive that has that on it. no. Erect your statue, even though you're not sure if you want to be Superman. And why doesn't Doomsday have a penis? It's R-rated. He can stick a dong in there now. It just looks stupid. I'm watching it because I'm hoping something's going to happen that's going to change the movie. But I think at this point we've just reached the lull where we can't be angry anymore.
It also looks like the cheapest CGI they could have afford. Like they were like, can we have some hair? No hair.
No hair.
Just the muscle thing, and we're gonna base it off like a dwarf. But we'll just extend it up and
Why does it say unidentified? Like, this scene blows my mind. You've created this world that's supposed to be realistic. This creature jumped out of the ship, hit Superman once, hit one helicopter, and then they decide, okay, we're going to shoot the shit out of this. And she's still trying to get her fucking airline flight.
This fucking bitch is on
The downtown core is nearly empty. What city do you live in, Anderson Cooper?
You are on a plane which you think is still going to take off.
1, 2, 3, 4 helicopters there that just attack this unknown creature at will.
Yet your plane's still taking off.
That's self-defense. It is. 2 helicopters. I want to count it. I want to know exactly how many people he killed. 1, 2, 3. What was that? About 6 helicopters, let's say?
Yeah.
Let's go all out. Say there was 10 helicopters. 4 people in each of them.
Yeah.
40 helicopters, right? Do you think killing 40 humans would make the president decide to launch a nuclear weapon?
40
people.
In his own
his own city,
his own helicopters, everything. Yes, I do. I mean, if the city looked like that, yes.
You think that would justify a nuclear
weapon? Not shooting into New York. No.
Yeah, like into like the busiest city in the world.
No.
And then it's like, oh, Superman's taking care of it. Fire a nuclear missile. What? They're high enough we can nuke them with no casualties. Does he not know how a nuclear weapon works?
Yeah.
And all that radiation is going to hit everybody.
We'd have one casualty, but just a lot of gremlins down below.
It's going to be a lot of awfully green, wealthy people on the bottom.
Done it so soon as well.
Yeah, like 40 people are dead.
Yeah.
That's less people than like get killed riding the bus every week.
The only upside I would say to that is they're used to mutants being on their planet. So
Only one, Zod.
But they need to react quickly.
I guess, but they don't know what this thing is.
No, but they need to...
And they're firing at Superman.
But to be fair, right now, they are out of space. Like, they're in space.
Yeah, but they're firing at Superman instead of just letting him do his job.
No, but I think in real life...
Hang on, let me finish.
I think in real life...
Hang on, let me finish. Watch.
And they knew they were that far out.
No, they hit the two of them, right?
So, yeah.
Why? Because what happens is that bomb
when they kill...
sends him back down to Earth.
Well, maybe they thought they were going to float off.
But that was the point.
So.
That's what Superman's trying to do.
Yeah.
Why would you fire a bomb if it's... like, it sends him back.
Yeah.
Superman was taking care of the situation.
Yeah. No, it's true. I know what you mean. Maybe they thought they were further away. I don't know. I'm just trying to help something.
I'm just trying to help something.
I'm with you, man.
It's just like, this is where the film gets to the point of Michael Bay levels of stupidity.
Yeah.
But everyone keeps trying to be like, oh, it's realistic. It's like it's a real movie. It's the way superheroes would really be. Like, no, they made that movie. It's called Watchmen. Like, not only did he come back to Earth, they were so unlucky that he landed back in the same fucking spot they knocked it out of. He didn't land in fucking Russia or something.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's a pretty good point.
Like, I thought this was the point where the movie's like, oh, we didn't show you everything in the trailer. We're going to have him be the proper Doomsday, where he's like massive bones out of his, like, over his eyes, and his beard is bone. He's got massive spikes out of his elbow. But no, Zack Snyder wanted to have Superman be all craggy like in the comics. It's unkillable. We tried one thing and it didn't work.
Why don't you try science?
We shot it with a couple of bullets. Yeah, we shot it with a couple of bullets and you can, and that's it. We're just gonna have to give up.
It doesn't take a scientist to realize that it came from Superman's planet.
Yeah.
Why don't you try what makes Superman?
Well, I guess in the defense of that, if I'm gonna have to defend this movie,
you got to.
They don't know kryptonite. Lex is the only one who knows kryptonite. Lex and Batman.
Okay, yeah, but at least both of them. I mean,
like
surely he's gonna.
He knows.
Is he saying it right now?
Yeah, he says we need a kryptonite.
Okay.
Like this, just listening to the dialogue in this section of the movie, it's written like the film's made for a 10-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The spear's back in Gotham, the spear will kill it. The spear, like, you know what I mean? There's no subtlety. There's no, like, this was clearly written by the studio, where they said, oh shit, Zack fucked up. We need big, loud explosions. We like, I don't want anything complicated. I don't want any philosophy. I want Batman to tell me what's going to kill it, how will it kill it, and where is it. You know what I mean? Like, they want everything laid out.
Yeah.
But this is why the film in the larger DC universe kind of shits on itself, because Batman should be dead now. You know what I mean? Like, this is out of his league. He's not prepared for this.
Right, yeah.
So when we're going to have a Justice League movie and they're fighting all these aliens and monsters, like, what the fuck is he going to do? Like, he hasn't come over as someone who's very smart in this film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he's had 2 years to prepare for Superman, and his best plan was, I'll shoot him in the face. Like, what's he going to do when he's got, like, 30 seconds to come up with how to fight an alien invasion? He's not the comic Batman. He's not this guy who's, like, 10 steps ahead. And he's 45. He's not like he can say, oh, he's going to get better. He's going to learn.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's nearly retired now. He needs to have a glass of wine with a woman in the bedroom. Oh wait, you missed your time. There she was. She's back in the water.
Oh yeah.
2 minutes 31.
So that's, where did we start that? So that was
2 minutes 20.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, that's a nice hint of what's going to happen in the future. She was with you. No, she's with you. You sent her an email about 5 minutes ago, idiot. Fucking dickhead. Just looking up a nice little fact for you guys here. I'm going to get just spoiler one because we haven't spoiled it enough for you. Mostly all you're going to be seeing from here on out is electricity and smoke, so it doesn't really matter. Omega symbols, blah, blah, blah. A leaked picture of Dick Grayson's grave in this movie was posted prior to the film's release. I didn't even know that one. That's a new one. Gal Gadot has 16 lines in the film. She's given 1 or 2 more lines in the extended cut. There's a fact I didn't know. Dick Grayson, the first Robin, his grave was shown in a leaked photo before the film came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, Al's had a few. I was going to say, like, no, you don't even have to be around here for this. I'll describe it to you. Dust, electricity. That's about the next 10 minutes of our lives. Like, does any of this fucking matter? She's still in the water.
She's going down. 10 minutes later.
I think she's part Aquaman. Like, she can hold her breath. I can't. I get like 5 seconds holding my breath and I'm like, I got nothing left to say about this film, Al. It broke me. It physically broke me. What about you? You look like you're really invested in this.
I'm just...
You're not even going for the toilet anymore. You just walked out. I saw you walked over there.
Pissing in the fucking corner.
Yeah, so. You pissed in the corner and punched the wall.
I'm just disappointed in life.
In
2016.
Life. We've ruined 2017 by bringing this with us to 2017. I saw a really great YouTube video about what should have happened in this moment. Actually, no, I didn't. I saw a stupid, whiny prick moan about it. That was close. He saved Lois.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you remember, the Flash said Lois was key. Of course, he said that to Batman, and Batman had nothing to do with saving Lois there.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was a pile of piss. That was a jar of Granny's peach tea.
But to be fair, he didn't hear her, and only Superman could. So.
I don't give a fuck.
Like his mum.
No, I'm not giving excuses for this anymore, Alex. We're at the point of the movie where the producers are just, save the girl. Hit the monster. Look, Batman just runs away from here on out.
Yeah, but, I mean, to be fair, like, he's fucking scared. He's just like,
I'm not saying,
what do I do about this?
I absolutely agree with you. But the problem there is, like, you've created a Batman who works in a Batman universe, like a Christopher Nolan universe. You haven't created a universe like that. You've created a universe with Superman and Wonder Woman and aliens and kryptonite and Doomsday. You can't make this gritty 45-year-old Batman who's all like, Alfred, I don't remember when I have parents and I'm old. And like, you have to make a Batman who is like Iron Man. Like, he has to be Tony Stark smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not building a super suit, but definitely the point of, like, he's the smartest, most tactical guy in the room. And he's not in this. He's just a regular guy trying to keep up with these superhumans. And, like, why doesn't, like, cut his fucking head off?
Yeah, destruction.
I love you. I hate this line because he actually delivers it so well. Oh, God, Alex.
And we go back with the Man of Steel soundtrack as well, which is great.
Song. And it could have got to me. But I'm mostly crying because this film's so shit. Maybe get Wonder Woman to carry the spear, Clark, or throw Doomsday onto the spear, or one of a dozen other possibilities. And that's another thing, like, about the Wonder Woman movie coming out, like we were saying, in April. If you're watching this movie, would you give a shit about a Wonder Woman movie?
Probably not.
Well, not you. You hate everything. Oh, he stabbed him, but instead of letting go and flying away, he's holding on. Oh, he got grabbed, and now he's going to get stabbed. You know what happened when I saw that in the theater? I was like, really? Really? Like, the film completely lost me from this point. Because I'm like, you're going to do this, aren't you? You are going to go and kill him in a fake death of Superman. And I knew it was fake before they even did it.
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone knew he wasn't going to be.
But you could bring him back in the next movie. They don't even do that. They bring him back in this movie. So we're at 2:39. There's 20 minutes now of us watching 2 funerals for a character who's not dead.
Yeah.
And I've watched, read, and followed Superman all my life. And I felt nothing. Nothing when this happened. I read the original. I have the original Death of Superman. It's in a little Mylar bag, pristine. I've read it a couple of times. I love it. And I love everything that happens afterwards when there's this huge big funeral with all the heroes and the presidents and the world is watching, and it's this moving tribute to the world's greatest hero. It took, 60 years for him to get to that position? And we've had one Man of Steel and one movie where he says 42 lines and gets angry a lot and frowny. And I'm like, no one cares about this character. No one would give a shit if he died. Wonder Woman doesn't even know his name. She only met him tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no emotion here.
Yeah, you're right. There is nothing.
You were waiting 10 minutes to do that, weren't you? You dickhead.
There's just nothing there. There's just nothing there.
Like, I just don't give a fuck. Me, the guy who can, I just don't understand how you fucked that up.
I mean, it's not easy to fuck something like
it's
that up.
It's really not. Like, how do you have a movie, like you were saying earlier, Christian Bale's Batman was making $1 billion.
Right.
And then you have a movie that, like Man of Steel, wasn't terrible. But then you're adding in, like, brand new characters, like The Flash and Wonder Woman.
Sure.
How do you fuck that up? Like, how do you not make a movie that's, like, the most successful $1 billion movie of the year? How do you not make a Star Wars?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you just follow these guys.
Yeah, these guys who should have been standing at the door an hour ago are now being like, oh, we should probably watch Lex. Oh, look at that. Who's that, Alex? I'll tell you what, I know, but I'm fucking not going to tell you because the movie won't either. Oh my God. Snivelly ratsy face. Is he still crying? He cries a lot in that fucking water.
Swimming in some shite.
It does look like he's just got into a vat of feces. Now, whenever you go to prison, they shave your head. That's a fact.
That's what they do.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's something that happens. Not just shave you down, but like clean, like all shave. I just everything here that I'm watching makes me angry because I know it doesn't matter. It's like the pinnacle of things that don't matter. that should have had better punctuation. And they killed Clark Kent.
Oh yeah. There's a little.
So, like, in a future movie, if you're a director, you don't get to use Clark Kent, and you don't get to use Jimmy Olsen.
You're just fucked.
Like, what are we watching here, Alex? This is never going to end. This film is never going to let us go home. That's it. We did one podcast. We're never doing another one. This is it.
This is it, guys. Just one for us, and then we're gonna go riot.
Like the reaction they're trying to get is the reaction you got in the comic, because Superman was the last hero left standing, and he died saving the world. So he earned it. In this, no one gives a fuck. Like, they're all arguing about whether he matters or doesn't matter. And, like, are you telling me Perry White is going to the funeral of Clark Kent?
Doesn't give a fuck about.
No. Like, he's going to the funeral of Clark Kent, who happened to die the same day Superman died?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like, what the fuck is this? Henry Cavill wouldn't even turn up to play the coffin. You get in the coffin, he's like, no, fuck off. You have given me a shitty role with 40 lines in my own movie. I'm not coming. I'm not doing it.
40 lines, yeah.
Oh, Lois, it's okay. Because for some reason, the man who can fly around the world
is okay.
No. Posted you the ring that he was going to, What? Why is he mailing the fucking ring? The man who can fly to Kansas faster than you can blink.
He's a romantic.
But no, like, he's not sending the ring to her. He's sending the ring to himself in Kansas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was going to propose. It's just bullshit. Zack Snyder being like, hey, you know what would be cool? If she got the ring from her dead husband, but before he could propose.
Yeah.
On the plus side, bagpipes are awesome. Yeah. Well, for everyone listening, we started off laughing and joking about it and being like, "Oh, we hate this movie."
We did indeed.
Now you can probably hear that I'm definitely at the point where I just hate this movie.
Just fucking awful.
You've listened to a grown man have a breakdown.
I mean, we just don't know if we're going to continue, to be honest.
I can't even
We'd like to
imagine tomorrow, let alone the future of 2017.
Tomorrow with a sequel to this is just unbearable.
Oh my god,
it's just unbearable.
Justice League is coming, folks. Oh, I'm just wondering if we can get out of it somehow. Maybe we move to Malawi or something.
Somewhere with no TVs and streaming access.
What have we done to ourselves? To anybody who has watched this the whole way with us, thank you.
Thank you for everything.
But I want to say, if you hate this movie, write into us. Let us know. It's rantandbollocks@gmail.com or at rantandbollocks at Twitter or rantandbollocks at YouTube. Whatever way you do it. But let us know, what is the thing you hate the most about this film? And if you've watched this whole thing and you like the movie, I will genuinely say, good. Like, if you like something, then you like it. It doesn't matter if everyone hates it.
Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, so you're allowed to love this movie, and I don't care if you like it. It doesn't affect me if you like it. It doesn't affect Alex if you like it.
It will affect Neri.
It will make me go home and put a picture of you on my wall and punch you. But like, if you like this movie, and we've said stuff that just doesn't compute, and you're just like, you guys are just being dickheads for no reason, Write in and let us know that too. Same address. Just put the headline as Alex is a prick. Send it to rantandbollocks@gmail.com.
We'll sort you out.
But if you hate this movie, I want to hear do you hate it for the same reasons, or did we miss something? But if you like this movie, I did just want to say that's fine. I don't like it. I've spent 3 hours saying why I don't like it. But if you do like it, that's cool. Because I think there's way too much. If 2016 taught us anything, it's there's way too much of well, just because we don't agree on something, you're an asshole. It's no, it's fine. You're allowed to have an opinion. You can like what you like. You're wrong, but you can like what you like.
You can like what you like. I did like the silver logo of the Black Coffin because his new suit is silver with black.
I've heard it is, but I'm not sure they're gonna do it.
I think they are.
If they're gonna go comic accurate, then yeah, that's the way it is.
I think he's gonna come back out of the grave, black suit, silver.
Just wearing it. Just kind of
just wearing it.
That's what they buried him in. This line makes no sense to me. Just have a feeling. And that line makes her movie kind of pointless. Because now we know that in the Wonder Woman movie, she's just going to leave.
Yeah. You already know the ending.
Yeah, she survives and she leaves. What's the point in watching that movie then? You can figure that out. I'm going to the bathroom again.
Right at the end.
I'm sorry, it's a 2-hour movie. And, oh wait, no, it's movie. 3 hours. It's 2 hours.
Jesus Christ. It's been a journey. It has been a fucking journey. What a load of bollocks.
Did they solve it yet? Is it fixed?
It's all fixed. Everything's good. He's got a iron to his face.
Once again, why doesn't he kill Lex?
At least scar him in the fucking forehead.
Oh, he's referencing Arkham. Oh my god. That's just like the comics, Alex. That's really worth it. That was worth that, $50 I had to spend in the cinema. What?
The thing is, so why has he got freaking an iron on his explode.
I know.
Because, like, he'll mark it and people will be like, you've been in here.
Batman did that?
Yeah. I wonder who did
No, it wasn't
this.
me.
Yeah.
But, like, you're right. Like, why doesn't he mark him? He marked the guy earlier.
Yeah.
He killed those other guys earlier. Jesse Eisenberg just, like, you know, fair play to the guy. He tried his best, but he went nowhere. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. You sound like the fucking...
What does the
F1.
fox say?
Ding, 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 ding. What does the fox say?
Oh, he turned his painting upside down. It's so
Whoa.
deep. The layers in this movie, because now it's the demons coming from the sky. Oh, I didn't see that before. There's so many layers on it. But it's okay, because the editing in this movie is real shit. So they edited from the funeral to the jail back to the funeral.
Really?
Yeah, because this film's a fucking pile of shit. Oh, she's wearing the wedding ring, so we'll feel it, and then we're going to play that really good Hans Zimmer song. The composer who quit movies about superheroes because of this fucking film. Way to go, Zach. You broke Hans Zimmer.
You just broke life.
You broke life. Such a great little tune, too.
Wait a second.
Wait a flying fucking...
No. No.
Oh, everything's forgiven.
No.
Oh, God.
No way. No way.
We could sum up the movie, but I'm just going to have a small cry. Oh, my God. We did it. We did it, everybody. You people are heroes. You're the real heroes.
The ones that are reading this, the ones that are reading these credits, like, you're rising to the top just like the credits are.
Oh my
Rising
God.
straight to the top.
Oh, Jesus on a bicycle. This was a tough one. I think we've started the year off on the toughest one. Like,
We have.
Nothing can be this
I've never
bad.
seen Paul defeated like this before.
I'm just broken,
He's
man.
broken. And it's a shame to do it at the beginning of the year.
No, I think that's good. I think it's like a boxer. You know, you want to have your toughest fight. Your toughest round is the first round. And after
I feel like we're going to have a lot more though.
Oh God, I know. I think for me, like, if I'm going to sum up why this movie, it's
I like that. Himself.
himself. Like, this film cost a lot of money, had a lot of studio interference, had a lot of bad story making from the story people involved. Looking at you, Zack Snyder, but the actors were good for what they were given.
Sure.
You know, some of the visuals were strong. And it's not the fault of anybody because they didn't try their best. I think it's more like Zack Snyder just... It's not his universe. He doesn't know what to do with this.
Right.
He's not the guy who should have been in charge of this world. The other thing, though, I would say is... The film lets you down because if you're a fan of the comics, this isn't your heroes.
No.
If you're a fan of superhero movies, you've been, expecting a certain type of movie like Marvel make. This isn't the movie you're getting. Like, if you're a 12-year-old kid and you went to see this, like, you just spent 3 hours watching nothing happen.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of thing of like the point of, like, how do you take the two biggest heroes in the world, met with one of the biggest budgets ever made, and spend 2.5 hours and still not come up with a good movie? Then make a DVD that's 3 hours and still not come up with a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's overall, like, I don't think any movie for the rest of my life will have... No, like, seriously, no other movie will have that disappointment. Because we're never getting another first ever Batman Superman.
Don't say never. They're gonna reboot it.
Like if Justice League comes out, I've got this in the back of my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we've never had Batman and Superman on screen together.
Yeah.
I think there was a rumor he might have had like a Bruce Wayne cameo in Smallville. That never happened.
Right.
And, you know, there was like a reference to Superman and Batman Forever. But, like, you know, you've never seen the two of them on screen together.
Yeah.
We'll never get that again. So, like, now that they've had it the first time, and it was a pile of fucking Granny's peach tea piss, I can't be let down again.
Yeah.
But now this is the biggest letdown I've ever seen in a movie. Because it's not only a shitty version of those two characters, it's just a really boring film.
Yeah. No, couldn't agree fucking more. So
you're just ready to cut your own fucking throat. I can see it in your face.
Getting ready to fucking do our reviews. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, God, no. There's no reviews for this. We're done.
No,
you.
After you, sir. After you.
You were going to give me a test on the IMDb rating.
Yeah. I looked that one up. So, what do you think the IMDb was? So,
now, here's the thing.
Like, it was a 2015. So
16. It was a year ago.
16. Sorry. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know this film had a lot of really intense people who were just like, oh, this is the greatest film.
It's comic book.
And they gave it 10 out of 10. Greatest film ever. 10 out of 10.
Sure.
And I think
IMDb, you had a lot of people. So I will say it had 436,000 people.
Now here's a fact I know about that.
Yeah.
I think it was something like 10,000 or more.
Yeah.
Rated the film 10 out of 10.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Before the film came out.
Oh, sure.
So before the release date in March.
But you have to argue that there's going to be a lot of people like ourselves that are
who'll
going to be
do
disappointed
one.
as
Sorry,
well.
yeah.
So.
All right, I'm going to say the film is pretty high. I'm going to say it's only been 9 months. 7.2.
Pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
6.8. Which I think
good,
is...
good. It's lower. I thought you were going to say higher.
I actually think for an IMDb, for a film that big...
Yeah.
I think is almost around what I thought. Like, I would say maybe 6.5.
Right.
But 6.8. And then Metacritic was 44.
Yeah.
Which I'd say is about right. And that's user anyway.
Yeah, and Rotten Tomatoes is 20...
Oh, is it?
28 or something.
Wow. But though I find Rotten Tomatoes, I don't actually like to use Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like they're too critical in that place.
That's why I like them, because they are too critical.
Yeah, but it can really drag
No, I know. Like a good film can get a little too harsh.
Yeah. So, but we will do our own reviews of the film.
Yeah.
So,
but this has been the first live, not live, but it's our first release.
It's been the first
with this week's first live podcast.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out the podcast, it should be over on the channel as well.
Yeah.
You can download that. That's just us talking about after the disappointment of 2016. Me and Al just talk about what movies are coming out in 2017.
Yeah.
Just a quick run through from everything from January to December and all the good stuff.
And there's some good films to look forward to as well.
Or if you want to just go off and cry, that's okay too. We will understand.
That's fine. We've got another podcast of us crying for 3 hours and 20 minutes, which is the exact length of this.
The 3 hour extended crying cut.
Yeah. And just to remind everyone that it was around 2 hours, 20 minutes before Superman and Batman even...
Before the fight was finished.
Really had
that's it.
Yeah. Any conversation. So.
And this was the Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Edition.
Not extended.
But
Ultimate
this year,
edition.
I'm sure we'll have the Ultimate X-Ray Kryptonite Edition.
With the Suicide Squad specials.
Which will fix.
Right, the credits are done. Warner Brothers can go suck a fucking lemon. Thanks everybody for watching. and watching the movie we didn't make. But thanks everybody for listening to our commentary.
Thanks for your time.
You can find us at Rant and Bollox on YouTube. You can find us at rantandbollocks@gmail.com, and obviously we're at Rant and Bollocks for Twitter. And what's the other one? What's the other thing? It's not Instagram. What's the other thing?
We'll get ourselves an Instagram.
Whatever. Yeah, we'll get an Instagram. Well, thanks everybody for watching. It was actually pretty fun watching this movie again. I'm getting to rage at it proper.
I'm depressed.
Boom!